Never before have we had greater face a complex, rapidly changing world. Think of it a moment.
It is a world in which supersonic speeds are commonplace. It is a world that has seen the coming of the atomic bomb. It has seen the rise of the total state, the dictator, and the mass man. It is a world of new sensations, new excitements, new distractions.
So much to be learned by so many in so little time.
And I suppose you're here with no agenda, as per usual?
On the contrary, I'm here for comics.
How's your comic book collection, Brody?
Oh, it's going good.
I'm out of there. Like, I immediately back out.
Immediate return to lobby.
Perfect. Look, we have your audio. Good. I checked it this time. We're good. Guys, how are you doing out there on this lovely Thursday night? It is time for Foil Variant. Andrew and I are back. I know it's been it's been 2 weeks since we've hung out with you live, but I know we gave you a little something last week. I know some of you probably saw it already. It was the interview with Andrew. I know we held it the night before, but we figured, hey, there's something cool to hand to you guys. But either way, we are back. We have a lot of comic books to talk about, and I'm super stoked to be here. Andrew, how are you doing? It's been a while. What's up, my friend?
I'm doing well, man. There are a lot of great comics that have come out in the last couple of weeks, which I'm super stoked for. Like, I'm glad that we're now in this space where there's really good stuff. There's still a lot of crap, but like there's still genuinely really good stuff coming out of DC, Marvel, and Image right now. And not to mention indies. So, I've got my Phenomenova shirt right here by my boy Vaughn Coleman.
Oh, look,
nice.
nice.
I've been drinking on my Phenomenova coffee mug lately, so I'm jazzed about that. It's just been a good time for comics, man. This back half of this year, and I'm pretty excited about that.
I'm pretty excited about the back half. It feels the first part of the year was very explosive in its excitement, I would say, right? Like we're rolling into the Ultimate Universe. It's kicking. We've got Absolute, like, whoa, we've got Wonder, what is this? Flash, Martian Manhunter. We're kicking off steam. But remember, it's always like we were excited for that, of course, but there's always that thing in our heads where it's like, yeah, we're excited, but will it be good? And if it's bad, it like retroactively makes everything bad. And
some of them have been.
Some of them have been, but most of them have been like the Absolute line has held pretty much all the way through. Absolute Flash. We're never going to talk about it. Well, we'll talk about it next time.
A couple of people in the chat are saying we're really low audio wise.
All right. Well, let me see if on my end Windows did the thing, which I told it not to. But thank you guys.
It does it anyway.
I know. Yep. I was at 65. That's insanity.
Amazing.
I've never dropped my mic that low. And here, I will boost you up.
Okay, so it's saying I'm fine, but you were the one that was like super low.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
So you shouldn't have to boost me, really.
Shouldn't have to boost you, really. Okay, then I'll bring you back down. I'll put you back where you were. No special treatments there. But yeah, like
awesome.
What we're in now is like we're seeing that it's not hype, right? Like it's solid. We know now, like Absolute Wonder Woman's going to be great. Absolute.
That's the best Wonder Woman book in years.
It's so insane how good that book is, and it's not retreading everything, which is what every like Rebirth did it. The back half of New 52 did it.
Well, they were all just trying to do their own version of George Perez's run, right? Like
they're all just trying to,
we're going to retell the origins, or we're going to, shake things up. It's like you're not shaking things up if all you're doing is going back to the well to do an origin retell.
And you're never,
that's not shaking anything
up.
And
they're not even really shaking anything up. It's like, we're going to shift it now from like the Amazons were created, and now they were actually like gods who left, and now they live. Okay, that's not a significant change. Oh, Diana was a magic clay baby. Well, now she's just a magic baby. Like, okay, that's not a radical. You're not doing anything here, right? Like, I can't believe I'm using this as an example. It's the only one that's coming up, but like, at least Dan Slott was like, oh, Peter Parker got bit by the spider, and then the spider went and bit somebody else, and it gave Sydney these powers, and now we have Silk and all this stuff, right? Like, that's a significant change. It wasn't just Peter got bit by the spider, but the spider also went through like another radiation before it went through that radiation, and okay, like does that really do anything for us? But
no,
guys,
really.
we've got a lot of it's a pretty big DC heavy show this week. They're the ones who really showed out. We did get that Ultimate Universe Year 2 special, but there's not really a lot to talk about with this one. It really is. It's super. Okay, so on one hand, it's like super wooey, Grant Morrison-y, plays with cosmic things, plays with the way you can lay out panels and stuff. It's really interesting, at least to me in that regard. I know Andrew was less jazzed about it.
The panel layouts were cool.
Right, yeah.
I just didn't care about the characters of the story.
And that's the other, and that's where I was going, is like,
because I've been so invested in everybody else that we've followed throughout this entire, 2 years of the Ultimate Universe, to where it's like, so now we're going back to, we've only seen these guys like one other time that I can remember, right?
One other time.
And so it's like,
and that was the worst issue.
Yeah, it was like, I didn't care about them then. I don't care about them now.
Well,
I care about the characters I just spent the last 2 years or so,
and that's
like, following.
And like, that's that made me so like, not like angry, but like confused at this, like frustrated, confused, because like we just ended that last issue with Iron Man going like, let's go. Everybody, like, there's the fucking cool part where like the X-Men and then Black Panther and then Peter, like the 3 core books, they're all like, oh shit, it's that end right before the finale episode, and then we and then we
I feel like instead of this special, they should have done, I don't know, maybe just do a 2-parter Ultimate Guardians of the Galaxy that is its own thing, instead of dedicating a 2 years in, like, it's a pseudo annual is what it is.
It is actually, that's
it's kind of like an
annual,
annual, right? And so it feels like a waste of it. And truth be told, I guess that's part of the course, because a lot of annuals are kind of like throwaway issues for the most part,
but like,
right?
Even here, we got that last one last year, right, with the Nick Fury story, which was incredible.
Which was actually interesting.
Yeah, and then we got this.
Like, that felt pertinent to, that felt like it was honestly just another. It felt like it was an issue 0.5 of the Ultimates.
It's like,
it felt like
that's the issue they wanted to put in the Guardians one, but somebody was like, we got to introduce the Ultimate Guardians. Let's go with this. And it's like,
honestly, I could have done without them. And I'm going to be annoyed, actually, if they show up during Endgame.
Well, that's exactly
and do
what
anything
I'm
of significance, because it's like, you
they
haven't
are.
even been here.
That's exactly that's what made me the most upset about this issue, is that's exactly what's happening. They're going to, because remember at the end, they're like, oh, we finally accept that the Maker, this is the universe we live in. We can't change it. Let's save it. And, or what, because like, Carol.
Save what you can.
Yeah, because Carol, she's like, the Guardians of the Galaxy motto is save everyone. And then America Chavez gives her that suggestion of like, save everything, or like everyone you can. And they go, all right, we're locked into this fight, and they warp off into space. And I'm like, I absolutely know they're going to, what do you call it? Like Rise of Skywalker it, right? Like they are going to warp in at the last second, and I bet you.
I don't need them to be a Deus Ex Machina in Endgame. Like, if you're gonna show up and like just kind of contribute, that would feel like it's a double-edged sword, because if they don't contribute in a big and meaningful way, it would feel like a waste of this annual issue.
And just
but at the same time, if they do contribute in a massive way, and they're like, oh, it's them who saves the day, it would feel unearned, because they came out of nowhere, and we spent all this time with these other characters.
I think they're going to, like, my prediction is we're going to get like a Captain Marvel in Endgame, like the MCU movie, where they're going to be having this big fight. All the children, like the genetically engineered children, are having their war, and we can't breach the city. Like, holy shit, like, what are we going to do? And then like their ship like rockets in, and Nullifier is like, I can take care of this, and it opens up the hole, for them to like go in.
Right.
And that's
what allows them to, because of Ultimate Nullifier, that's what allows them to get into the, I'd be okay with that.
I'd be okay with that.
That's probably the only thing I'd be about okay
exactly with. What I was about to say, because like even that I'm kind of annoyed at, right? Because it's just like,
Yeah, because it still feels unearned.
Exactly. We could have done that with, I don't know, anybody else. I don't have a good example.
You do it
but
with Ultimate Tony, right?
There you
like
go,
he's
yeah.
a genius,
There-
or
he's right
freaking
there.
Doom.
And
like,
we also saw already that Tony can like duplicate himself, right?
Yeah.
Remember with like the weird 7, 8
Mhm.
Tonys he had? Like, I would that would be one of those comic book moments where if like they're fighting and the Maker's standing there like, yes, I'm winning, and then he like gets covered in a shadow and he like looks behind him and it's just a big splash page. You turn the page and it's just like Ryan Stegman or oh my god, what is his name? Chichetto, big old spread of just 90 million Iron Men like descending on the city. All the same design. Like I don't want him to do like the regular Iron Man thing where it's like the Legion, like just
where it's the Legion of all the different Mark armors.
Just like like that would be pretty.
Don't
damn
do an
cool
Iron
to
Man
see.
3, essentially.
Don't. You already did it. You already did it. We don't need to retread that.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, that did come out. I guess we just covered it there. So there's not really a lot to talk about in terms of Marvel. Except I do have a question for you, Andrew. I noticed this, and this has been like baffling me ever since I noticed it on Wednesday. So for those of you who don't follow us on social media or are in either of our Discord servers, which is why not? Go down below. Everything's there. Also, I would be impressed if you were watching this show and had no idea of our other presences anywhere else. It'd be awesome. But I at this point in our show, I'd be very surprised. But
yeah.
So every week we share our comic book pulls, right? Just to celebrate it, get the discussion going, bring quality and class back to the hobby and everything. You didn't get the J. Scott cover or J. Scott Campbell cover this week.
My shop didn't have it.
It didn't have it?
Nope.
You should have told, dude. My shop had like 900 of them. They knew exactly.
Oh, did it really?
They knew what they were they knew what they were going for.
I didn't even know that. Either that or I had forgotten that cover was even coming out. I feel like at one point I saw it and we talked about it. Now that I've seen it again, but I forgot that it was coming out.
Here's how I remember it exactly, because I had that same like. So every week, you and I, we go through like, oh, what are we looking at next week? Oh, did you see this cover, that cover, yada, yada, yada. We didn't hang out last week and we didn't hang out like the week before. So we haven't.
Because the holidays and the week before that, we were busy. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were like we haven't talked about it, but I remember last time we did, we like accidentally went like a couple of weeks forward. And I was like, because I remember I distinctly said, oh, I want to talk about these, but it's going to ruin like the other weeks of discussion we could have. But I locked in and I went, oh shit, Malice. There's a Malice cover. Like Malice is coming back and J. Scott's doing one. It was originally only listed as that version one. That was like 1 in 1,000. So you and I probably just went like, oh, beautiful. We're not getting our hands on that like anytime soon. But because then, I was looking through League of Comic Geeks this Tuesday and I went, oh, there's a trade one. Absolutely. Like I need that one. So man, you got to let me know. I'll always get those for you. But yeah, like I went in and I was genuinely like, I got like, this is the cover I want to make sure I get this week. And, they had, all the other Fantastic Four ones, but then that one, the J. Scott had like significantly more copies. And I'm like, you guys are smart. You guys know your core demographic. But okay, that just means I got to go to the store tomorrow because that's insane that you don't have like, this is such a good one. Like
it is a good one.
It is. Mostly like I also, sexiness aside, just like the red he chose for that like I don't know, something about it. It's striking.
It's a nice bright one. I like bright reds.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, great
without
one.
being washed out.
Great one, and very surprised you didn't pick that one up. Yeah, and I don't have anything else surprising to post. These were the other ones I got. Just the Marvel Rival Design ones. They've got me. They suckered my ass. Because at first
I forget, did I show off my my Flash and Thor?
You showed me. Dude, yeah, everybody, you got to check this out. Andrew.
Here.
So
I kept it close.
For the DC.
This thing is beautiful.
For the DC Marvel crossovers they've been doing lately, one of the variant covers for the Deadpool Batman, the one from a couple weeks ago by DC, was Thor and Flash by Humberto Ramos, who is Andrew's like one of his favorites. There you go.
Is
Dude.
Basically my favorite 616 interior Spider-Man artist. And this thing is just absolutely beautiful.
So like it's Flash, who he loves. It's spot foiled in a very unique way. Like we were talking about this, where if you guys notice, all the foiling kills the lines and details on whatever it goes over, right? Like the lightning, like they don't normally do that. And it just gives this really dynamic living quality to it. And like you said, like it's spot foiled in the right spots, like on the lightning bolt, on Thor's like thunder discs. I don't even know what people want to call them these days. They're just like,
oh yeah, the discs that are on his armor. Yeah.
I always like that in the original Ultimates, how like Thor's vest, they explain those circles that they're like they are the generator battery thing. And I was like, that's smart. Like, I don't know, that really works for me. But now that I'm older and wiser, I'm like, hell yeah, just throw on some random circles. I don't give a shit.
Just a rule of cool, man.
Honestly, the every day goes by, I'm more and more just going like, I don't care anymore. Anything cool.
Just make it cool and make it fun, man.
Yeah,
not everything has to make 100% sense. If I'm entertained, I'm convinced.
At this point, if I'm entertained, that's really all I could ask for. But all right. Let's see. Let's say hi to you guys, and then we'll get into some actual comic books. I'm like, okay, guys, we're gonna take a 30-minute break while I go to the comic book store and get that. Like this doesn't feel right to me. We have Master Punk said, "What up to me? What up to Andrew as well?" But also, just passing by as I gotta wake up at a reasonable hour, but saying hi, brother. Hello. Always happy to see you. Stop by, and also, God, do I feel that today? Like,
well, he's over in Europe.
He absolutely is. But like, I slept like shit yesterday, and I woke up today and immediately had to start doing things, and I'm just like, I hate being awake. But this is fun. This is the fun part of the day. It's the other crap that I had to get through that's like so stressful. Let's see. We've also got Charlize B. Lush, who was helping us out with the microphone issues. Thank you so much, and hail. Let's see. We have Punk. Punk is in the house. There you go. Monster said hi to me only, and now Punk says hi to you only. So look, it balances out. We've also got Timon in the house. How you doing, Timon? I'm glad you're hanging out earlier tonight, because I know you stopped by the Bounding stream this afternoon at like the last second just to see me beat the final boss. We also have Subhuman, our boy. What's going on? He has a question. If you were given free creativity over the Batman family, how would you handle it? Andrew, you take that one. You start. What did you, if somebody came up to you right now, if DC was like, we're going to give you free reign to do a Bat family, like you're rebooting the Bat, or not rebooting, but like you're in charge of that line's direction now. What are you doing with them?
I'm taking things back to
Civil War?
To mostly
Sorry, Zero, if you're good. I just
Rebirth
for that.
Rebirth era Detective Comics from Tinian, kind of that group, except I'm narrowing down the Bat family to this and only this. All right, you ready? Bruce, Dick, Jason, Tim, Damian, Steph, Babs, who could float as either Batgirl or as Oracle. I'm good with either. I actually like her a lot as Oracle, and I think she has a lot of value there.
I think you have her. You have to have her both, but she has to actively right now be Oracle. That should be her role right now.
Yeah, exactly. Cassandra Cain.
There we go.
Right? Got a silencer or / Batgirl, right? You know, credit to Tinian. He was writing Kate Kane really well.
I like when Tinian writes Kate Kane because
but I don't like anybody else basically when they write.
Well, that's because he plays Kane kind of how she should be, right? Like, she's the militant soldier of the Bat family, and that inherently is going to bring,
if anything,
conflict.
She actually has a little bit more in common, at least in terms of tactics and brutality, to Jason.
Right,
so
exactly.
I think you could have fun team ups with them, and then honestly, unless I'm forgetting somebody important, and I don't think I am, that's where I cut it off. I don't care about Signal. I don't care about
Signal. Like, I agree with you on Signal, but of all the other like extra like Bat family members, I kind of feel the worst for him because I think they had potential there because with the whole like, I'm not your sidekick, like I'm not a Robin, but they just didn't do anything with it. Like he had his moment in what was it, Dark Knight's Metal, right? Like where he helps Batman and like reconstruct the machine.
Yeah.
Where is he even now? Like I don't remember the last time.
Because
I
everybody's
saw
basically forgotten about him and like all the foxes.
For the love of God, the foxes.
Because that all of that got totally like destroyed when they started trying to do the future state stuff, and it soured everybody on the characters instead of like having a natural organic progression of continuing to utilize them as side characters and grow their importance and their endurance to the fans. And so that's where I cut it off. And
I
then
can accept that.
I am immediately, and I mean immediately, putting my boy Tim back with Stephanie.
Yeah, 100%. And that's
because they were literally together right before all the stuff that they did and changed to his character.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no. And we're completely forgetting anything that Bendis did in Young Justice. Drake was never a thing. That god awful brown suit was never a thing.
Good, man. Ugh. Drake.
Huntress.
Fuck you. Drake.
Huntress is like okay. Like she's, I don't know, like she's been around for a long enough time to where, yeah, you can justify her being there. But I don't think with Huntress having all of these other like really good female Bat family members that already don't get good enough storytelling, right? So it's like we're not getting it. The first arc of Batgirl, this recent run, was like solid.
It was great. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that one.
But we don't get enough good stuff with like Steph or with Barbara.
No.
Like she's just kind of a side, kind of basically just being Oracle Light in the Nightwing book, or at least last I was reading it, she was earlier this year.
You were reading it. I totally forgot about that.
And
I have not read that since Dexter Soy took over, but that wasn't even necessarily his fault. It was just a bad book at the time.
Yeah.
And then, or not Dexter Soy, Tom Taylor. Dexter was the artist. He's great. But
yeah, no, his art was beautiful. Was the reason why I picked up the book. And the story was good initially too.
Yeah.
But then they switched a lot of things up and it just like fell off a cliff really quick. And I was like, no, I'm good. I needed to like at that point cull my pull list a little bit anyway. And so I was like, well, that one's on the chopping block. But I think that we're underutilizing a lot of the Bat family that has existed already for a really long time. You can tell different stories with different characters. Like you can have moments where
Ace?
you can tell different stories depending on who's around at the time, right? Maybe Damien is off doing stuff with the Teen Titans, so Bruce is working with Tim.
Right.
Or maybe Tim is working a job with Young Justice, and so now it's father and son, right?
Or Bat's, something, he's tracking a villain. I know they've done this a million times, but it's super easy. Just, he set up shop in Gotham, but his contact is in Bloodhaven. Done. Like, hey, Dick, I'm here. I need your help with this case. Like,
if I was writing I would want it to be probably like a maxi. Yeah. A Batman maxi, 12 issues. And each issue, he works with he works with a different member of the Bat family.
I would like that. I would really like that.
All the crimes would be interconnected. There'd be a through line.
There's a big plot. We just don't know it until we get near the end.
He needs each one of them's help for a different facet of the case.
I really
and
like
so you
that.
get to lean into the differences and highlight the differences of each member of the Bat family. So you get to like push back against the argument of like, oh, all the Robins are the same, or all the Batgirls are the same. They're not. They each are completely different characters, but you have to actually show.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Is like, unfortunately, for the last couple years, it's been more of a tell, don't show when it comes to the four differences, right? It's always like, how many splash pages or pages in general have we got of Batman being like, let me think about my sons and the difference between them. I mean, that's the freaking opening scene of Night Fight. Of Night Fight. And so it's like...
Yeah, there was that. Honestly, the best version of the tell, don't show of that was that one issue in Batgirl where it was that double page.
Yeah.
She was kicking the crap out of the goons that were in the train. And each time she lists a different facet of one of those other Bat family members.
Dick's hope. I am Tim's determination. I am
Yeah.
Jason's rage. Yeah, and
Yeah,
like every move and box like went together and how she was flowing in that fight. Yeah,
it was
that was
beautifully done.
that was really
Beautifully
really
done.
cool. So okay,
That's what I do.
I'm kind of 100% there right with you. And like in terms of general direction, I'm actually a big fan of what Matt Fraction is doing right now, bringing back the detective angle of it, but also mixing in the right amount of like, fisticuffs. Not,
Mhm.
there's no alien invasion, there's no crisis. It's just, beating up
No Joker
Killer
war right
Croc.
now.
Yeah, exactly. We're kind of very, very low. So I have one question and then like one ad. So my question to you is in terms of Helena, right? Because I agree with you in terms of there's too many Bat family members, and then especially with like the female ones not getting the right attention.
I could add her.
Well, do you like Helena? Because I like Helena. All right. Let me start that because so there are technically two versions of Helena, right? Like there's the one that is I am native to this earth and I was, the daughter of the crime boss and I took this upon myself to go fight. Then there's I'm the daughter of Batman and Selina and I got trapped
in a
here.
different earth.
Right.
Yeah.
And because you know what? Crisis happens and holy shit, my world is gone. I like the former better than I like the latter. And then but then to that end, like, I think she's still you still keep her as like an ancillary Bat like family member, right? Like she'll show up in the big like issue 100, but she's not necessarily getting her own story in that anthology series. Although maybe she is because it's DC and just in terms of marketing, right? Like of course, why wouldn't you? If Huntress is around, why would I get it? Okay, I get it. If
I get to have her drawn by J. Scott Campbell on a cover, then sure.
Well, why don't we get him on interiors? He's not doing anything except making covers at this point, right? Like we need to get him to flex his like interiors again. Otherwise, he's gonna get stuck in pinup mode and just slowly become like an AI of his own self that ends up looking like Greg Land art. Like I'm worried for the man.
Man, like I've got my deluxe edition of Danger Girl right here. Like his interiors.
Oh, are you not gonna get the artist edition or whatever?
I wanted to, and then I saw the pricing.
That's
and I
what
was
I'm
like,
talking about.
I can't.
There's no way. It's like, what was it? I think I have it. Hold on, I can look at it. Danger Girl.
Like it was beautiful. I wanted it, but I wasn't paying that for it.
Oh no, that's.
I'll pay whatever $50 or $60 and get the hardcover versions of the ones I already have. Yeah, I think that's a better use of my money.
Oh no, 1,000%. There it is. J. Scott Campbell's. Here, let me go over here. Danger Girl, funded in 6 minutes. Nobody's surprised. Where was it? It's $300 just for that book, and it's 150 pages. Like,
yeah, that's not
a lot, guys. That is
if
nothing.
It was like 400 pages, I'd be like, we can talk.
I could find for you especially. It's like, all right, Scott, I will find a way to talk with you, right? It would be like if they dropped a Peach Momoko one at that. I'd be like, we'll talk.
Like for that much book, I could like make it work. And
exactly.
At least in my head and in my heart. But 150 pages, I'm sorry,
150 pages, and then 3 little trading cards, which really only have value to you if you are a fan of that specific. Like, it's not a Topps trading card. Nobody's gonna be looking for it, right? It's not a Magic card, so. Yeah.
Like I liked because the only thing that I would have gotten would have been the slipcase edition that has both of the hardcover books in it.
Yeah, the one over here,
with the dust jackets, and so it's like that's $300+. Like I can't.
I think the one I was looking at is that both of them? Wildsiders and Danger Girl. Okay, yeah, that is it for 300. Okay, yeah. I have Art Adams. That's not fair. Art Adams I love Art Adams to death. He's also. Like, I'm gonna say, like, he's also one of these assholes who sells his, like, artist editions for, like, way too much. When I was at Comic-Con earlier...
Because people will pay for it.
I know!
It's because Art Adams is, like, he's an actual name. He's an actual draw.
I get it. That doesn't mean I can't still complain, because I'm right there with you. I legitimately was like, oh, boy, Art Adams is gonna have a booth. I have, big boy money nowadays. I'd love to get a art, like, book from him, because I genuinely love him. And then I went over and it was like Yeah, like 150, maybe even like 100 pages. Oh no, it's less than that because they were his like convention sketchbook things. You know what I'm talking about? Like a lot of artists do
Oh,
that.
yeah.
His were like hardcovered, sure, but it was like 30, 50 pages of sketches for like $90. And I was like, get the fuck out. Like, no, man.
Nah,
Like,
sway.
and then if you wanted,
No.
if you wanted the Comic-Con, special cover, then that was like 110. And it was like, no, you don't like, what do you even draw anymore? You know what I mean? Like, I was surprised he drew that X-Men cover from a couple weeks back. Also, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
can't believe that. Emily, I meant to say hi. Hail, Emily. I meant to say hi, and then we got caught up in the Batman talk. That's on me. Okay. The other thing, so my addition to that, especially in the idea of the anthology series, right, is I would still keep Batman Inc. Like all the international Batmen who operated independently and like sometimes pool their resources if need be. I like that. Don't start bringing them in. Like, I don't want them main cast members, but to have that idea still out there, I'm like, that's something cool. And then imagine if like we have our anthology series that you're talking about, and you go through it, and they're finding all the clues, and then at the end you have everybody coming together to, we're raiding Roz's compound or whatever, and then you can have all of Batman Inc. show up and sort of remember in Advent Children when what is it? Is that Bahamut that gets summoned right above
Bahamut? Yeah.
Yeah, and
Above Midgar.
Midgar, yeah, and when
where the whole team has the fun team up.
Well,
move.
they all help him get up there, right? Yeah. Like with their own unique moves. Do something like that, right? To help Batman, like they're not going to be doing the same like jump off of my sword thing, but things like there's Night Runner, right? The one from Paris. So it's like, follow me, Batman. I know how to like slide under, I know the secret tunnels to run through to get here. And we follow him and he helps him parkour through. But then they get to like, they're at a dead end and it's just really big walls all around them. And then like the Brazilian Batman shows up and he's just like a big muscle dude. And he's like, it's clearly, yes, it looks like a dead end, but it can't be because you can see like, oxygen is coming through. So he just like starts punching the wall and boom, there's, Zelda style, like, oh, we can go this way. Like that to me would be a good escalation of everything in the sense of that maxi series. And then, but they only show up there. I don't want them. That's kind of like the big surprise. It's like, oh yeah, Batman Inc. Whoa, crazy. And then done.
I'm here for it.
But that's the only that's my addition to it.
You bringing up a Grant Morrison idea is the least surprising thing.
I was literally, before I took a drink, I was like, it's a Grant Morrison thing. Of course I'm gonna, want to do it. But all right, Grant Morrison aside, all of that aside, let's get into current comics. We're gonna start the evening with 3 kind of quick hits because they were great issues, but not really a lot to talk about in them. So, first off, we will start with... Oh, that's not the book. That's for a little bit later. Let's start with Venom. This book,
The Amazing Venom.
The Amazing Venom. So, if you guys have been watching Foil Variant or reading this book, which I really hope you have, you'll know that, like, Andrew and I, very big fan of this book. Al Ewing is pretty much killing it with the character writing here. Sad that Carlos Gomez he's working on something, clearly. Like, I know he's still posting art for the Venom issues, but he's busy. It's not on him. It's more on Marvel scheduling, I'm sure. But it still doesn't mean, like, it's a bummer. Where is he? I want him back. Right? Yeah. Even though the little, like, maid MJ from the commercial that we get right now is, like, super adorable, and I just love her to death. But if you guys remember, the current lay of the land is all the symbiotes are under pursuit, under sort of like they've been rendered illegal by the government, and at the top of the task force to arrest them or to capture them is Doc Ock. And so we've spent the last few issues running from Doc Ock, and then Doc Ock confronted them. And so if you guys remember the end of last issue, which is actually, I think that was actually the last time we hung out, but MJ trying to, save the day, but not trying to give away that Venom's here. She and the symbiote concoct like a suit and an appearance like Spider-Man. And that's what we ended up with the last issue, that whole big splash
Very much
page.
like Ben Reilly's Spider-Man, if anything.
It's Ben Reilly, but then I actually noticed something. It's a lot like the MCU suit. And I think that's a visual joke from whoever drew this. Hold on, who did? Oh, it was Paco Medina. Yeah, I knew. His name is 4th on this list. That's weird.
That's wild.
Oh, it's because of the backup story. Those writers, because that's Tom DeFalco and more.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay.
I only read one of the 2 backup stories. I read the first one.
Is that the
one? The art was solid. That was the one with the alternate Eddie.
Oh yeah, the Eddie Parker or whatever.
Yeah,
the one who's actually the Venom Spider-Man.
Yeah, it was fine. The way the artist drew Venom Spider-Man looked really cool, and that was basically why I looked through it. But then I turned the page and I saw the other one, and I was like, not interested. I'm good. I've got like very minimal time right now to knock out my stack.
And
I gotta
really,
triage this.
It really doesn't do anything. It's another one of the. Remember the story where Eddie was like, they had just extracted the symbiote from him, and he was like, God, I want it back so bad. It's another one of those. Like, it takes place in that time period, in between the panels. Doesn't really change it. It's more character, but we know the character. Like, you and I and other Venom fans, we've been following him for years. We know what the deal is. So, okay, that makes sense to that. But, yeah, I think it's a visual joke from Paco, and I'll point out what I'm talking about. But first of all, we're still at it. What are we? We are, well, I don't even know 252 anymore. This is like 30 issues in. We're still at it. The digital is still completely fucked.
The digital's still all fucked up. That's wild, man.
So we launch back into the fight. Doc Ock is fighting with Venom, Spidey, MJ. Obviously, you're not Spider-Man, getting really kind of pissed off that he's trying to be Spider-Man. And essentially, instead of going like blow by blow for the fight, through the fight, the best summary I can give, or we can probably give, is that it's a lot of MJ and Venom messing with Doc Ock to sort of get him to go off the handle. And, they're in public, and their choice of suit has all of the, New Yorkers going, no, that is Spider-Man. Like, get out of here. Like, we're on his side. Mm-hmm. And of course, Ock is like, no, it's not. Like, it's a symbiote, and they won't buy it. And even when Luke Cage shows up to like save the day, he plays along and says like, nope, hey, Spider-Man, you've been hitting the gym, right? And
yeah, it was funny.
I really liked all of the Spider-Man like MJ bit. There's I think I might have passed it already, but because in that first panel, Ock is choking Venom, and then in that last splash page, Venom's tongue is like, out. It's being a Venom tongue. But then that's a point Doc Ock brings up, and he's like, you have a Venom mouth. Like, we all saw it. And then, MJ's like, that's right, cover your damn mouth, you idiot. And he does, and the symbiote does it. And then everybody else is like, what do you, I act like, and they were being honest, right? Like, I don't know if that really was there. Like, it was a flurry. Like, everything happened so fast. I don't know if that was a tongue or if I saw something or whatever. And so Doc Ock just, oh yeah, this part, that was here too, right? Where they're like,
where he smiles and waves,
because
like, stop that.
This is where Luke is like, oh, is that true, Spider-Man? And he looks over at MJ and the symbiote for like, play along, and symbiote, busts out the smile, and MJ is like, no, like, what are you doing? And so it ends up devolving into basically like a 4-on-1 brawl. You've got Toxin and Venom and Luke, and then Flash shows up eventually.
Yeah,
that's who shows up, because Doc Ock, as he's, I like this way of beating Doc Ock more than I like it for Norman, where Ock is really about the ego, right? Like Norman has a very specific ego, like a very like, you slighted me, I'm going to like kill you. But
not, you insulted my intelligence.
Exactly. Or like, why aren't you listening to me? I'm better. So anytime, Spidey can push Doc over the edge like that, and he starts like losing it and lashing out, I'm always like, Otto, it's your flaw. I'm sorry, but it's good.
Pride goeth before a fall.
Always. But that, in that sort of rush in this fight, he starts lashing out at, civilians. He's like, I don't really care if I hurt bystanders because I'm getting the symbiotes. And that's where Flash is like, well, if that doesn't sound like an excuse for me to, relieve you of command. And he leaps in. They all start fighting. We get another, Spider-Man media reference because we had that, what was it? The Raimi reference in last issue.
What? Well, we also had another Raimi reference in this one with the New Yorkers.
Oh, yeah, we did. Where they're like, if you're going to go through one of us, you're going to go through all of us. I was actually expecting the Doc Ock thing, for him to try to separate everybody, and either it was going to happen and it's like, pure homage, or it was going to be like, it goes and then Venom grabs it and it's like subversion. And I was like, either way, I was here for it. Yeah.
Either way would have worked.
Yeah, either way, I was completely here for it. But eventually, Doc Ock kind of, whatever, he throws it up. He just kind of goes crazy, lashes out. We get that Spider-Man, because life is a great big bang up, and here comes the Spider-Man, which, by the way, dude, I forget what Spider-Man's name logo is, right? I forget how cool and it is in its simplicity. That.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about seeing it on this page that I was really enamored by. Even though we've seen it for years, it's just, I don't know, maybe we haven't seen it in a while. I was like, oh yeah, the marketing Spider-Man name text. So
yeah,
really cool moment from Paco there. But where's the bit that I wanted to point out to you? It's I think it's oh yeah, right here, because when they're talking about what's up with your suit, we saw it come over you when MJ's trying to defend themselves as being Spider-Man, and Venom MJ says oh, you mean my nano goo? Tony Stark whipped this up for me. He's my mentor. I call him Mr. Stark, and I'm like, oh, yeah. I think Paco's having fun with that, right? That's because if you notice more as we get into the fight, where's the punch page? It's not good there, but okay, up here in panel 1, he's got the black divide on his gauntlet, or on his forearm
on the
thing.
glove.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's a very Holland spider suit.
Yeah.
And he has it on the legs too. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I see it. But it's Ben combined with that suit. I don't know. I get the joke. I'm still fine with it. I know people are going to complain oh, do you remember Barry? And I'm like, it's not that. This is just, I'm having fun.
No, it's just taking different design elements.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that big of a deal. But eventually, Doc Ock is defeated. Out of nowhere, Venom asks Flash Thompson out on a date for her and MJ, or for him and MJ. Basically, MJ's thoughts. He's kind of oh yeah,
to stop saying everything.
That's what it was. Yeah,
head,
don't just
right?
say everything I'm thinking. He's locked in with MJ's thoughts. Flash is I don't know what's going on, but Thursday is good, and so that's sort of where we end everything, with Ock defeated and out of a job. But
I'll say that I think Flash understood what was happening there, because Flash was bonded with Venom for long enough time, and one of the strongest hosts for him. So it makes sense that he's this is MJ actually asking if I want to go out for lunch, right?
Right.
So,
and then when she starts yelling at him, he's like, I know, I know a relationship.
I'm alleviating to you guys.
I know a relationship conflict when I see one. You guys could deal with that. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. So
been there, done that.
Yep. Yeah, actually. So then, Ock's defeated, but instead of going to jail, he gets a last-minute save by Madame Mask, who I still I don't care. Even coming here, dude, I flipped it and I was like, okay.
Yeah, I don't really care about her. The only interesting thing she has to offer here is that she knows that MJ is Venom.
But even there,
and that's what she hints at. And that's only tying into Otto saying here that he's considering breaking his rule. It's oh, well, that rule lasted for what, 5 issues?
Not that long. Yeah, well, but the other thing too is we know Madame Mask knows MJ's identity from 250, and she's not doing anything with it. And it's I don't feel even that the rivalry conflict between them feels super forced, right?
Yeah.
It's Venom interrupted one of your schemes. Okay, why are you spending so much time and then toying with her and I don't know, it's it's very convoluted, and it's probably the weakest thing that's going for this book right now, but it is what it is, right? Aside from that, like we said, great sort of a fight issue, really good character dialogue. What do you make of this MJ Flash potential romance arc here?
So
Well, Red, what's up?
I'm okay with it in depending on how they handle it. So if they do it in such a way that this is like a temporary, like, hey, um we're gonna do this for now to like kind of like ease the tension in the Spider Universe, because Spider-Man fans have been pretty pissed off regarding MJ's relationships for a little while, and I think putting her with a character we at least actually like temporarily is like a stepping stone,
Yeah,
even if it's not actually them going out and actively dating, like being an item, but maybe they go on a couple of dates. Maybe they, it's a brief, simple thing, but it winds up being good for both of them.
right.
And then you can tie all of that into a kind of fun thing to play around with once Peter inevitably comes back, like I was talking about last time, right? Where we have all of the pieces are there, right? It's
Yeah,
just whether or not the stupid Nick Lowe and the rest of Marvel editorial will allow the writers that are handling Amazing Spider-Man and handling Venom to actually utilize the pieces that are on the board, right? Because you have so many fun things
there's
between,
so many things. I
Ben
know
Ben
you
is,
set this up, and I'm like,
living
"Ah, I
in
want it so
he's
bad."
living in Peter's, day job shoes. You got Norman moonlighting as Spider-Man. You've got MJ bonded with Venom, right? And then you could throw into the
Oh my god,
mix
you could throw in
Flash,
Paul's
like
not even here
temporary,
anymore. I'm dating Paul. Or no,
right?
sorry, other way around. Paul's not here anymore. I'm dating Flash right now. Like,
Flash, yeah. And so
what?
you just add another layer onto that,
See? Oh
and
man, that
you
makes
could
me
have a lot of fun with that.
now that makes me a little sad that he's anti-Venom again, because just for one more exclamation, like another shock joke, it could have been like, who the hell is Agent Agent Toxin? What the hell are we
Right?
doing here? What is this world? Did I go on to like the multiverse? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's
And then having Eddie showing up as Carnage, right? And
oh,
so you
that's
just
right.
got
That's the part
whole
I want really bad.
cavalcade,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Everything, and then you just imagine Peter being like, "What is happening to my
I'm
life
going
right
back to
now?" Right?
space, right? Like Rocket, come pick me up. Like I'm good here. I'm a guardian now. Like I don't want
Yeah,
to be
like
here.
I'm done with New York. I'm your friendly Galaxy Spider-Man now.
And
Like,
see,
screw this.
like that's and so I'm right there on that page with you, because guys, the honest to God truth, in some amount of time, maybe not in our lifetimes, maybe not in the next 100 years, Peter will be back together with MJ. There's just absolutely no way it doesn't
Mhm.
happen. Look, I mean, you and I bring this up all the time. Look at literally every other piece of Spider-Man media. Hell, look at every other comic that's being published, even like Spider-Man Torn or Ultimate Spider-Man or the fucking variant covers for Amazing Spider-Man. It's all Pete MJ. They are Marvel's Superman and Lois. They're
Yeah.
arguably, like, they, in the minds of pop culture, they're probably on the same level, just like as a couple.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah, I would say so.
you're not, nobody, I mean, we're already at the point where like nobody's buying it. Like the idea of them being apart, right? Like, there's no drama to the idea of like, they're apart. Will they ever come back together? Like, we know they will.
Yeah.
Tom Brevoort
Like,
has to die someday.
who do you think you're fooling?
Right,
Right?
exactly. So I'm with you.
I
where,
was
like,
born at night, not last night. Right?
So that's where I'm with you, where it's like, I'm cool with this. It's sort of that cards where what we've been dealt situation. I'm good with it. I think it could be fun, as long as you don't, as like Marvel and Al, which I don't think Al Ewing would do this, but I can see Spencer or not Lowe or Brevoort making him do it. Like, don't try to make us buy this as like the future, as like
Yeah.
the status quo. I think if all of us go
Nobody
in,
believes that.
exactly. I think if all of us kind of go in with the understanding that this is what it is right now in the story, but it's not the stat, I think we'll all be better off for it. And
Well,
then
it's the
Al can
same
play it away
approach
more.
as what we've been doing with MJ being bonded with Venom, right? Where it's like, this isn't gonna last. This isn't gonna be
Right.
forever. So what kind of like good, fun stories can be told with the cards that are dealt right now?
And right, and like
Until that shifts, right?
and
Like,
again, to Ewing's credit, right? Like, he's doing it. He's playing with all that. He's having the fun with it. He's telling
Yeah.
the odder stories, and he's so like that's what I mean. Like I trust him. No, in no way do I trust like Marvel
No
editorial.
comic book fan that reads Marvel trusts Marvel editorial, Brevoort, or especially Nick Lowe.
Never. Like if they left tomorrow, then I'd be like, all right, we're good. Like I'm completely open to whatever you want to show me now, because now I think we're gonna move forward.
Yeah, boot their butts out permanently.
Please send them. Oh my god. I just like remember how how Ghost Machine is all of like DC's like big guys from around that like Final Crisis era.
Yeah.
Imagine if like we had another situation where like Marvel's top talent left and to make like zombie robot, I don't know, whatever. But like then you get like Tom Brevoort, Nick Lowe, Zeb Wells, Jed McKay, Eve Ewing, like Leo Williams, like oh man, superstar lineup over there.
I need a shower after
I know that
lineup.
would be really
That's
really
gross,
bad.
man.
Man, how's it going? I know I have a pretty co-host. Like why he's the reason the show even takes off. I'm here to just do the nerd thing and go like, here's the issue number, and he's the actual cell in here. All right. But yeah, that's Venom. Still super stoked to see what comes next. I mean, this is the one thing I wanted to point out to you though. This is fucking crazy. I got to look up some. Okay, so this page, this is from that backup story, right?
Yeah, the second backup story. Yeah. The one that I did.
Yeah, the one that you didn't read. So it's basically like it's a story about the suit taking Peter for a ride, right? And but in the process, Eddie like captures, on film, photographs him doing like a fight, a pretty brutal one, and he like tries to like yell. He's basically like yelling at Peter, but it's the symbiote. Peter is like not here at all. So the symbiote's really.
Well, they're basically doing the Spider-Man 3 scene, right?
Yeah, actually, no, that's exactly what it is. And dang it. Where I need this. Okay, there it is. So for all of you out there who don't know this fun fact, the black suit was actually designed by a fan. It was sent in just out of nowhere. A fan went, "Hey, I drew this. Might be cool, right?" He was straight up like, "Hey, do you think this is gonna? It might be cool. It might work." And eventually it got adopted and they paid him, so on and so forth. History as we know it plays out.
Yeah, I think they paid the guy like the kid like a couple $100 or something.
It was pretty damn good for that time. Like obviously we could all go, wow, they didn't give him more, look at what the black suit. Nobody fucking knew. But Marvel had such a strong, they were like, this is such a fire, like this is going to hit. Let's at least try to make it right here out of the gate, right? So I've never heard any drama surrounding that. I feel like it's probably
I don't
fine.
know of any.
Yeah.
If there is any, I've never heard of it.
But this is the original sketch for that suit, right? And this is the big difference was the black or the red to black or red to white. Yeah. That is the fucking art that like they just traced over that for those two Spider-Man panels down there. It's
oh wow!
It's the first two.
It's identical.
Yep. It's literally the same thing, just no red. And like, I can't tell if this is supposed to be like a clever reference. On which hand, I would be like, okay, I get it, and I actually kind of like it, but.
At that point, like I would want to put like some sort of a special thanks in the credits,
or make it
the original artist,
or make it like a little more apparent or something, right? Like maybe it turns red in this moment just because it's getting mad at Eddie or something, and we play. I don't know, like it's you know me, I'm always up for an homage. This just didn't sit right. This one felt weird. This felt, I don't know.
That just feels like tracing,
right? And like trace, like yeah, you traced it, but you didn't even try to say like, oh, I'm homaging or it's clearly this. You just traced it,
right?
I don't know. I'm willing to let the artist come and be like, that's what I was trying to do. I clearly messed up, like it didn't work. Okay, but yeah,
mistakes happen. Nobody's perfect,
right?
You know,
but I'm not gonna as it is on page,
attribute malice
as it is on page, not that great. All right. So that's quick hit numero uno. Let us go to quick hit numero dos, I believe. All right, yeah. So
Bats.
got another issue of Fraction Jimenez's Batman. As you guys know, Andrew and I have been just gushing about this run. This run is so far 4 issues in. It's really,
really good
it's
so far.
damn good. Jorge has actually been here for all of the issues, and
which helps.
And I'm still waiting. I forget who it was. I think Gail Simone said it, but they were like, nobody sees what or even it might have even been Rob Liefeld, or Scott. Somebody prominent was like, nobody sees what Matt Fraction is doing in this book, like what he's building to, and it's crazy.
I think it was Scott Snyder.
Yeah, it was somebody like that, and I'm like,
I think it might have been Scott.
I still haven't picked up on it. I don't know. I want to know what they're talking about. But as we were saying, unlike the last 3 issues, which were sort of like a, villain of the week type of story, this is, but it doesn't end with like a neat bow on it. Basically, we get 2 halves of a story here. One,
this is clearly like the rising action.
Yes, that's
of this arc
best way to put it. Yeah, this is definitely the rising action, because we get the first face-to-face meeting between Bruce Wayne and the Doctor. Dr. Zeller, who, again, we've seen her since issue 1. She's trying to help all the Arkham patients with her poorly named Crown of Storms. I still think you're asking...
That sounds like a weapon.
Yeah, you're in Gotham, dude. Like, you're asking for somebody to go, oh yeah, let me take that, and now I'm going to cause little electrical storms in people's brains. I don't know. Like, you're asking for it. But yeah. we get this... I thought this moment was a good way to do exposition, and also a cute, adorable moment in general, where Bruce is visiting like Wayne Tech as himself for the first time in a long while, and he wants to go learn more about the Storm of Crowns and all the work she's doing, because he heard about it in the boardroom meeting, either last issue or the issue before. He goes in and he tries to talk to her, but she has no idea who he is. She's never heard his voice, so she's like locked into her work. She's on a treadmill, and she's like, read the file. If your question can't be answered by the file, then I'll talk to you. And the entire time, Bruce is like, what? He's playing it up, obvious. Like, he's being Bruce Wayne. But then, it gets to he's like, okay, so it looks like you're building all this, but it looks like it'll be expensive. And she's like, I know, tell that to Bruce Wayne. If only I could get a meeting with him. And then he goes up to the treadmill and, like, stops the button. She slides back, and, like, he catches her in a sort of, like, faux, like, ball dance dip, and completely takes her by surprise. And then, like,
says, hi, I'm Bruce Wayne.
I'm Bruce. And then he's like this really, like, I want to know more. I'll pick you up at 7. Like, I'll see you tonight. And yeah, the other doctor's like, do you have a date with Bruce Wayne? And she's like, no. What? No. But clearly she does. I still really hope she doesn't turn out evil. Like,
yeah, me too, because this was actually, to me, it would be a subversion of expectations for her to not turn out to be evil.
Right, yeah.
Because we have enough mad scientist characters in Bruce's arsenal, right? I don't need another one.
I mean, isn't the...
We have Hugo Strange, and honestly, that's even all you need, really.
You got Hugo, you got Harley, you got...
Yeah.
The one that popped to my mind isn't in the Absolute universe, Arkham. Dr. Arkham in Absolute is a woman.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like,
yep.
We're even hitting that. Oh, and then there's Poison Ivy, right? Obviously, like, yeah, and then you throw in that psychologist angle too. It's like, yeah, we have tread it, but then that's like, right? Like, that's, I think maybe it's a credit to here. I'll present it to you. Maybe you can help me get my thoughts here. Where it's like, even if it played out that way, I'm not necessarily at this point, like, it wouldn't disappoint me per se, right? Like, I'd be like, of course she was evil. And I'd let Fraction go, like, okay, what are you doing with evil scientist person? Like, I would be more jazzed if it didn't happen that way, but I would be like, okay if it did. And I think that's mainly just maybe I just trust Fraction, right? Like, if anybody can pull off that sort of, or if that is what he's doing, like, she's supposed to be a villain, let him cook. Let me see why he's doing it, right? So, I don't know. I don't know how to read her. And I don't know. It's kind of cool, but also, like, every time I read the book, it's like when we were reading Crypto, right? Where I'm like, I don't know, like, Crypto, are you gonna get hurt? It's like, dude, I don't know. Is this the issue? Like, is she gonna like stab like Bruce right here in the stomach? I have no idea. And it's gonna break my heart because again, like I just said, I keep liking her more and more every time she pops up. Like she's got a good character to her. But
it was a fun interaction.
Yeah, and then
it was well done.
I still love this little bit. There is the kid who filmed Vandal Savage planting the Batarang on the dead cop.
Evidence.
Yep, planting evidence, which he used to outlaw basically Batman and Robin. The kid took his findings to this old reporter, if you guys remember. Now we learn that he used to work at the Gotham Eye, which, by the way, like, that is such an awful, gaudy, bad, like, display thing. Like I don't know what you call it, but like it's supposed to be like the Daily Planet's planet, and I get it, like it's the all-seeing eye, the Gotham, but it's like, why did you put it all the way on like the little skewer at the top? I don't know. It's so bad. I'm sure that was part of the design, right? Like I'm sure Jorge was like, what were the 30s and 20s like? Yeah, they were that kind of stupid and gaudy. Let's go with it. So we learn that the reporter guy, like, he is one of those, you know, classic sort of noir reporters where he's really dedicated to the truth, but he's also a drunk. And he's like, I admit that. He's like, that's why they fired me. And he tries to take their findings, or his findings, to them, and they tell him pretty much, you know, get the hell out of here. Nobody's going to believe that Vandal Savage planted evidence. Like, go away. And so that's all we got of them. But I'm just, I like those kind of characters, right? Like the Harvey Bullocks, the just like, I'm gruff, my life sucks. Fuck, I know my life sucks, but I'm still gonna do my life, right? Like I have a drive. I like those kind of characters. But from there, so we learn Anarchy is still around, which every so often he pops up. But this is probably my favorite sequence of the book, where Anarchy, you know, we come to him, we find him freaking out. He's like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. All of a sudden, 2 guys get thrown through his window with a note attached. And it says, friends of yours seem pretty stupid, B. And Anarchy immediately knows what's going on. And he just starts taking off down the hall. He sees a window and he just jumps, right? And we get this awesome, like, I just love the energy.
That's a great splash. And so is the one on the page turn.
Yeah, on the page turn, it's great here. But like this energy, just like what was the plan here? Like, you get the sense of like Batman is in control, even though this is an entirely insane situation, right? Like, yes, Anarchy just leapt out of like a 3rd-story window, but Batman, he's here, even though he's got to, like, you know, adjust for his weight. I don't know. Love this. And then, this bit where
that bottom panel there,
he did the Hayden Sherman thing. He did the Absolute Wonder Woman thing that I love, where he showed the like ghost images of the movement.
Yeah.
And you can see like Anarchy sprays him and gets ahead of Batman, but Batman like runs, leaps, and does like a springboard kick. And it's like, I can follow the movement. This is incredible. Like, Jorge, you son of a bitch. Like, you're so good.
He's so good.
You're so damn good. But then as Bruce is so we learn that we skipped over it at the beginning because it's just exposition. But basically what we've learned is there was supposed to be a very sort of routine smuggling payoff sort of thing, right? Where one crime family was like, okay, we're going to hide this payment inside this like canister in this truck. You know, you pick it up, you get it out of there. Very, you know, just under the table. It all goes wrong. Somebody tries to rob the truck. It ends with this giant fight between the GCPD and all these gangs at the Gotham shipyards. And it's basically bad for business. And everybody is, you know, ratcheting up the tension. Batman goes, hey, he finds out that Anarchy was the one who, he had something to do with the truck. He had stolen it at one time. But as he finds out, like, that's all Anarchy knew. He was hired to steal the truck. He handed it off. That was it. Like, he has no idea what. And Batman goes, okay, well, what was so bad that you, like, why did you leap out of a 2nd-story window away from me? Like, I'm Batman. Like, we know each other. I can help you. And he's like, you don't get it. Like even this part right here where he's like, I want to turn state's evidence. Take me to the cops, the DA, the feds. I don't care. Just take me in. Protect me. And like, that's where Batman's like, you're really scared here. And I'm like, this is good. This is good. But so then we get the introduction. The reason why Lonnie is so scared is there is a new mover in the crime scene of Gotham. His name is Minotaur. He's got 7 fingers. I don't really have a lot to say about him. Like what he does.
We don't know enough about him yet.
Well, we don't know enough about him, and like, well, I could say what he does in this issue right here is pretty like, damn, that's some evil shit. I just feel like we've kind of gone through this so many times. Not just like, you know, especially in Batman. Like, here's a new crime boss, whomever it is, and we show a big display of power. Okay. Right? Like, I don't know. It's not leaping to me. And obviously I'll let them like impress, like I'm up for Fraction to impress me, but like he's so lame that I even, where is it? Like these foil covers, right? Jimenez is doing those foil covers for this book. I have all the other 3 and I saw this one and I was like, do I really want it? Like, who cares about this guy? This guy's going to be a footnote in the handbook to the DC universe, right? Like, I hope not, but that's kind of the feel I got from him, where I'm just like, I kind of don't care right now. I almost wish Fraction had just used somebody from Bat's Rogues Gallery, right? Like, that's what he's been doing. He's been sort of...
Use Two-Face.
Yeah, Two-Face. Fuck it, dude. Where's Maxie Zeus? Right? Like, I don't... like, what's that dude up to? Just, I'd be up for, like, a crime family that was strictly, instead of, like... Oh, it is still kind of, like, Greek lore. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see what happens. Or even
let's take it back to like one of the earlier, you know, crime families. Let's take it back to the
like
Falcones.
Falcones, yeah, something like that. Where like if I'd be okay with like if he was in the mask right here, and then like in this issue we got that moment where he's like hold my calls or whatever, and he goes into his office and like he takes off the helmet and we know he's a Falcone, right? Like that I'd be better with, instead of another like, ooh, who could it be mystery, which again, I trust Fraction. I don't trust editorial and marketing and Warner Brothers as it is right now, right? So with that, yeah, we get his introduction and then we end on an amazing...
I love that page.
It's so good.
It's
like,
so good.
You get this sense of tension of Batman realizing like, oh, something really is going down, because we also see the red smoke coming out of the sewers, which was set off earlier in the issue to sort of alert everybody, like, hey, it's time to meet. Let's hang out. Like, crime families, come meet Minotaur. And so he's like, oh, like, this is that moment where, like, now we've risen, click. Like, now everything is about to, like, start playing out.
Well, also the shadow looming over the city there.
Where's Black Mask? That's a good one, too. Yeah, what's he up to? Sorry, what was that?
I was saying the shadow looming over Gotham there is Minotaur's helmet.
Oh,
in the background.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that. Okay, I mean, what am I gonna say? It's fucking Jimenez. You're a madman. Of course you're gonna pull this off, right? So good. But yeah, another good issue, just more exposition than anything else. And then this is probably the quickest hit, but like we missed it last week. This fucking book, guys, like absolute Batman. Go read this series and this issue for yourself. Like,
that finale to this arc was so freaking metal.
It's so... This is like perfect comic books, man. Like, this issue, I was like all smiles. I was literally like, I felt like I was watching like a UFC fight, right? Like, where I was actively like, oh shit, like, what are you gonna do now? And it's just, you guys, Scott Snyder's got the goods. Like, there's just nothing you can... It's so good, it almost feels like the conclusion to the series. Like, that's how good this fight was. And, man, and then, yeah, Catwoman. There's not a lot to say. This book is just so fucking funny. It's so hilarious. And then I just wanted to show the panel where is it? It's the one I was telling you about earlier. I don't remember. Oh, it's right there in the fight. Yeah, there we go. Let me go to the...
Yeah, where he's flopping him around.
Where, right here.
He's having a bad day.
Bane has like... Oh, I'm still on the browser? That's not what I wanted. I wanted that. Yeah. Bane has like super venomed himself out. He's basically the size of like a stadium, like a football stadium wall at this point. And like, again, like we all know how fuck huge Batman is. And here he is just sort of like a a toddler. Like,
He's a
yep.
rag doll.
And he's just like casually talking to him, like, you know, we're not so different, you and me. And just like crack, crack, crack. I don't know. This book it's hilarious. Everybody go read it. Is next one Joker, right? Where we get.
I think issue 15 is where we get.
One of the books this week has that big preview for it. I thought it was this one. Oh, this is last week. Duh.
I think it's issue 15, which is interesting because I think the next full arc isn't supposed to start until full main arc isn't supposed to start till 19 or something like that. So we're gonna have a lot of fill-in issues.
The next bit is meeting Wonder Woman, and then there's I know there are a couple fill-ins. They've already confirmed Dragota's not drawing the next one, so that's going to be a filler issue.
Yeah, well, there's going to be an issue with Absolute Poison Ivy.
Oh, that's right.
It's going to have
Dick, right?
Eric Zanetti.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
Drawing it, which is really rad.
I'm excited for that one. With tree, forest, poison ivy. Like we saw her, she's like Mother Willow, but fucked up.
But on crack.
But on
and
crack.
Evil stuff.
So hopped up on the wrong stuff. But yeah, guys, this book, this page too, man. I don't know, Scott. I don't know what dark god you sacrificed a baby to lock into paneling here. But I mean, don't do it again. But it worked out for you. Let's put it that way.
He actually answered a fan's question on Twitter
really?
Because somebody was like, "Hey, so what's it like to tell your artist, hey, I need you to draw 20 panels on this page?" And he was like, I actually didn't have Nick do that. Nick chose to do that. He said, I gave him actually a very basic idea of what I wanted to have on the page. And then Dragota actually wound up drawing that many panels of his own volition.
Go Dragota. Again, one of the best art stories in the medium, right? Because don't make me pull up that Spider-Man issue where everybody looks terrible. That was only a year before he went to, that was 2 years before he went over to DC and got assigned Absolute, and he clearly was like, I'm gonna step up. And
I'm gonna bring it.
Holy shit! This page too, where it's panel 1 is or how do I put this? The entire page is different time. It's a montage in page form. And also a flashback, and it also once it's all said and done, it kind of communicates that sense of we're loading out, okay, we're prepping up for the fight, right? And then you get to that page let's go to fucking war, and you're ready to go to war. I mean, okay, I'm just gonna highlight it because come on, man, Batman drops a building on Bane This is his opening move, He 9/11's a building.
Welcome to Gotham.
So I love that bottom panel too of him just standing in the smoke. So damn good. Ugh.
I feel like that's a hand drawn
boom
onomatopoeia there too.
I genuinely think it is just, and I love how it's woven into the art, right? The bottoms of the O's are under the main explosion. Damn it, Dragota. Damn it. But yeah, go read this book, guys. You will not be disappointed. This is comics. This is absolute comics. No pun intended. But those are the quick hits because they just had a lot of stuff that was kind of cool, but not enough to really focus on. Let's get into real books for this week. So I already forgot what we were supposed to lead into. Andrew, direct me.
We have to hit. So what? We're hitting DC K.O. #2, Flash, and Superman versus Atom.
Yeah. All right, perfect. So yeah, let's start with DC K.O.
Pull those up
because that's kind of where everything starts from. All right, no worries. He leaves me. He always leaves me. But while he's gone, we'll all lead us into our DC K.O. discussion. We're back we got issue 2 last week. If you guys remember issue 1, we started the quote-unquote fighting tournament for the Omega energy to recreate the universe, right? To fight back Darkseid's influence. Wait, are you back? Or did I just...
I am back.
Okay, I was I heard something. I didn't know if that was for real or not. All right, cool. He's back. Look at that. So...
Nah, I just needed to quickly shut my door.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to the bathroom. But, DC... So we had that, opening sort of Olympic tournament. They all had to, cross the finish line at like in certain number, kind of like Fall Guys, kind of like Sonic Rumble. Like you had to cross the finish line, like the first 30 go, everybody else gets knocked out. So with that, we got our like list of competitors last issue. Now we're getting into the tournament, which so this I got like I'm almost gonna like forget what this issue was. So that's right. This is what how do I start here? So Andrew, I've been telling you this entire time, like I would have loved to have seen this be like a superhero Olympics, right? Like feats of strength and skill. Everything so far has been that. I don't know why they keep calling it like a tournament. It feels like they're doing what we want, but they're calling it something that completely flips our expectation. Like, yes, we got fights starting with Superman and Captain Atom, but like the main things have been, test of skill, test of, what do you call it? Like agility, athleticism, all that stuff. So it's just weird to me. Like, do you feel that same thing? Or are you like, yeah, okay, good. I thought I was like crazy. And I'm just like, because this is kind of a cool moment, right? The second round is I've hidden the Omega Heart has hidden, what is this? 16 different items, the most powerful items in the DC universe around this little like island arena. Go get them. If you don't have one at the end of the match, you are disqualified. And they are the Blue Beetle Scarab, a God Killer sword. I'm not even sure where that comes from. I'm sure it's from somewhere. The Warlagog, Adam's belt, Mother Box, Psycho Mantis's mask, Thor's hammer, which is like, okay, guys, you don't ever use that. Like.
Yeah, I was gonna say you actively forget that that's even a thing,
right? Like we know you have a Thor, and you use like the classic real world hammer. Yet you don't use him. That's not fair. You're cheating here. Then we have Bane's Venom. That was one where I'm like, does that count? Like a chemical drug that boosts you up?
I feel like it shouldn't count.
Right? Is the most powerful thing in the universe. I'm sure if you and I sat down.
I feel like that was only put there because this issue came out the same week as Absolute Batman.
And it's one of the only ones that can give you like a big visual change, right? Yeah, I can definitely see that. Oh, I didn't even think about the Absolute synergy. Then we have a Speed Force ring, which am I crazy? That doesn't exist.
That's not how the Force works.
Yeah, that isn't how the Force works.
That is quite literally.
Because I saw that and I was like, did you guys like, are you pranking him? Like whoever gets the speed, because they're gonna open it or like use it, and a costume's gonna pop out, like, and okay, that's not powerful. Did the Omega Heart not know what's going on?
This isn't like a Legion ring, guys.
Right,
you don't put on a ring and all of a sudden you have a Speed Force connection.
Ooh.
Like that's something you could do with a character. You can create a character like that, but that's not currently how that works. Like somebody like specifically Wally, since he can actually
he is
take and he can
Force.
Put in, you know, he can play around with the Speed Force in ways that nobody else can. He could actually imbue an object with some Speed Force energy. It would be temporary, and so they use that until it's burned out, and then it's burned out, and then they don't have it anymore.
The other option that they could have done, and I would have
it'd be kind of like Bruce having the kryptonite ring for emergencies, right?
Right.
Like Wally gives Linda that Speed Force ring in case she needs to make a quick getaway or something like that.
I could believe that. Yeah, no, I could believe that. The other, if they wanted to do this, they could have, and that would have made me like, give them mad props. The Bart's antenna, the one that the Legion uses to like capture him in the bottle and bring him back to life. Like, say here I have Kid Flash's ear antenna, or what do they call it? The lightning rod? I think is what it ends up being, and like then we could. That's even a way you could do like the limited charge, right? Like you can't go full Speed Force. You can like do it, and then you have to like rest for a second, like in Fortnite, right? When you're running, like you can't run forever. You got to stop, let it recharge, and then you can go. But this doesn't exist, guys. A Speed Force ring isn't a thing.
This was just made for this tournament.
It 1000% was.
And I think what we're doing here is because it's not like Diana doesn't already have her own her lasso of truth. So I think what this is this is Darkseid or the Heart of Apocalypse basically replicating these items, because it's not like um you know uh Vic doesn't have his like
Well,
abilities right now, right?
well, he doesn't. That's where I
Or did he
like.
lose him in absolute power?
He has like his cyborg powers, right? But like, there's a, and he technically has his mother box powers still. But there's that moment in this issue where he's like, because Cyborg finds the mother box and he's like, "Talk to me." Oh, you're talking to me. Like he just hears it. So like, I didn't know
Mhm.
if that was his or like that was just his general technology, like mother box connection. I
I could be misreading then, but my read was that these were just basically replicated items,
I genuinely
or
couldn't tell
just
you.
like made from nothing.
Right,
In
like
the
the
case of
Venom
the
or
Speed Force
whatever,
ring.
yeah, or the Ring. Yeah, I they don't explain it, which is kind of a big running thing we have with this event, right? Like your rules are really bad and you don't explain them well, and I can't
Yeah.
follow it. But then, yeah, from there we have all 7 core power rings, as well as a White Lantern and a Black Lantern ring. We have the Genie Pen from the Justice Society. We have the Claw of Horus, which we don't see it a lot, but you and I just saw it when we reread Public Enemies a couple months back when we got the compact edition. We have Katana's Soul Taker Sword, Diana's Lasso, as Andrew said, the Cosmic Rod, which I believe is Starman, I believe is,
Mhm.
except it shouldn't be that small. I guess maybe it's broken. And one mystery item. It could be anything, Lois. It could even be a Cosmic Rod. You know how much you wanted one of those. But so with that, we launch into the round. We get a really good, or wait, is that in this one? Yeah, okay. So basically everybody's rushing out. They're all going to go find everything. Obviously, it's kind of just like it plays out how you expect. People grab their items, some people do. You really don't want me breaking that down play by play. It's not that exciting, but if you're reading it all together, it is that exciting. Like, trust me on that one, guys. The best moment is Guy Gardner keeps like coming like this close to like 9 different items, and every
Mhm.
time he like gets knocked away at the last second, and he's just like, "Son of a bitch!" like Team Rocket style. But
I was cool with seeing him get blue balled.
yeah, that was pretty cool. But then, dude, they gave him the Warlagog. He has the that's the thing that they use in Final Crisis to make the quant like the cosmic horn like harp thing that Superman
Mhm.
shouts into and calls the multiverse to his side. Like
Yeah,
Guy Gardner has the strongest thing, and I don't know how
that's kind of an OP item.
it but he's also like I love him. He's kind of too stupid to, or maybe we think he's too stupid to utilize it. I don't know. Might be cool. But back here with Superman and Lex, we get another,
You've got the Spider-Man fan art on the screen again.
do I again? Oh, I keep, because the internet button is right below the Zoom page button, like every single time. So the main chunk of this issue of DC K.O, aside from everybody getting their items, is we have this confrontation between, Lex and Superman. Because if you guys remember from DC K.O 1, when all the villains, escaped from containment and entered the tournament, one of Superman's main things was like, we can't let any of them get it, because if that's the whole point, right? You get the Omega energy, you recreate the universe how you want to recreate it. And so Superman's like, no villains, especially not Lex. And he kind of is too zeroed in on stopping Lex over even competing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, he's so hyper focused. He's got tunnel vision.
yep. And so we get this moment where Lex, like, he kind of like, I love, this is a good example of, at least to me, of these moments where Lex has a shot to the heart for like kind of Clark, right? Where Clark can't necessarily argue against it practically. He can kind of just go like power of love, but that really won't really sell every time. And basically we get the revelation essentially that Lex is like, I don't hate you, or what does he say? Oh yeah, I always thought I hated you because you did too much. You stop humanity from realizing, oh shit, double. You stop humanity from
Yeah,
realizing. Look at that. Look at that. I thought it was only the Rippaverse that did typos in books. I can't believe it. Wow,
That's what I've been led to believe.
Trend setters. Even WB
You know,
is following your lead.
we inspired Warner Brothers.
From realizing our potential by saving us from failure, right? And that's the kind of classic Lex coda. But then he goes, but I was wrong. I get it now. Because what I really hate you for, if I'm being truly honest with myself, is doing too little, right? And then we get this insane moment where he actually cuts off Superman's fucking hand. Like, it's an actual cut off hand here. Like, it's not a trick or whatever. Like, he slices it off. But we get what we're seeing as sort of like a recurring theme with everybody who comes up against Supes, which is Lex goes, what did you see when the Omega Heart showed us a vision of what we could do if we had the power? What did you see? I saw a world that was better, right? I bet you saw exactly what this was, right? He says, I bet
you saw the world exactly as it is.
Well, he said, you saw a far better reality and you rejected it, right? And so you just want to put everything back the way it was. And does he say it here? But yeah, that's basically, he's like, I hate you because we're all waiting for you to like save us. Me too. But now I know you're not going to do it. So now I have to. And it's like, damn. Yes and
that
no.
Was a shot to the nuts.
Right? Like, I don't.
That was a real shot to the nuts.
There is nothing you can say back to that. And also, like, insult or injury to insult, he's giving this to Superman. Like, he just cut off his hand. And then he's just, like, casually, like, dunk, dunk, like, loads him with 2, like, kryptonite shards and leaves. Like, holy shit, Lex. Like, he's in
cold.
It. He's in it to win it, which is great.
He is absolutely in it to win it. You brought up Spidey again.
Huh? Oh, my God. How do I keep hitting that? That's insane.
May as well just close that window.
But then it's gonna pull up whatever other window, and that's gonna be the VDO window. Like, even if I close everything, I need the VDO open to talk to you, right? And it's gonna default to that one. So I just gotta be on my best behavior. I can do it. I promise. But then, tournament keeps playing out. Everybody fights. Everybody gets their equipment, and so.
The real thing that matters is what Soups gets.
So, if you guys remember, so everybody's getting all the items, but then there's, if you guys remember, one mystery item that nobody knew, like, what it was. Except, so at the very end. Okay, so, how do I put this? Lex goes specifically after the power rings, right?
Yeah.
And he gets there. So I didn't get this, man, because, like, he gets there, and so does Star Sapphire. And Star Sapphire manages to get all of them except for the Black Lantern ring. But
Correct.
She still, like, gets disqualified. But Lex gets to go with just one ring. And I'm like, what are the rules here? What are the rules? Right? Like,
inconsistent rules.
Can we give each ring to one person and then all of them survive? Right? Oh, well, I've just increased the...
Or is it all or nothing when it comes to the rings? But if that's the case, Lex only got one.
So why is he still here?
Or were the other rings inconsequential and the only one that mattered the black ring?
Which, like, why would that even make sense? Yeah, this was a moment where I had to go back and forth, where I was like, where did Carol lose? Like, what happened there? Because I was kind of excited to see, like, Carol wielding everything.
Yeah, I was about to say, oh, shoot, like, Star Sapphire's got all of the rings right now.
And, like, she's the only lantern around. She's the only one who knows really what to do with it. Let's go. But then, yeah, Lex snatches victory because he gets that Black Lantern ring, and they're fighting in, like, a tomb of dead old gods. And he goes, oh, yeah,
and
by
so
the way.
he resurrects the old gods.
Which I thought,
cold
dude,
as hell.
I was like, holy fuck. Like, that was a moment that I actually was, like, along for, where Carol's like, haha, I have all of them. And he goes, but what's, and she goes, or Lex goes, but I have the only one that matters. And she goes, what good is a black ring if there's nothing dead to control? Keep it. And he goes, you sure about that? And the entire, like, planet starts rumbling. And then giant, like, just like Jotun level, like, gods are rocking out. And he's like, I win. Let's go. Like, we have this. But it's in that moment where he, like, Superman realizes that there is one item left, right? And he starts he remembers one of the rules, follow the example of Darkseid, and you shall be rewarded. And he remembers Darkseid sacrificed his hand and himself, like Euraxis he loses his hand in conquering Apocalypse, and then once he has all the flames going, throws himself into them and is reborn Darkseid, right? And so Clark already lost his hand. He takes one of those shards and he kills himself. He just jams it right into his heart. And Lex, like at that moment, crushes him with one of the giants, tries to shoot him the zinger. Who's the real Superman now, old friend? It's still fucking Wait, where's the zoom page?
It's still Superman.
It's still fucking Superman, because Superman unlocks the Omega Sanction. Like, Superman is... how do you communicate to a non-comic book fan how fucking hard that line is, dude?
You can't, because there has not been a good representation of Darkseid in media outside of animation.
Yeah, honestly.
That's it. Like, you have the Superman Batman Apocalypse animated movie, which is based off of the Supergirl one, right? And you have like the old JLA, Justice League Unlimited,
where Clark fights
series, right? Like, you've got that. Outside of that, it's just the comics. Like, I'm sorry, Snyder fans, you don't know Darkseid.
You guys treat him like Thanos. He's not Thanos.
Yeah.
Thanos is a little bitch compared to Darkseid.
They are not the same.
They are not the same. And so for like Superman is like, I flipped this page and I just went.
That page was cold.
I knew you and I were like out of sync with our pull list because of like the holidays and stuff, and I knew I had gotten to that before you. And as soon as I turned that, I just was like, I need to be calm and wait for him to read this issue. Like, I'm just not. We're good. It's cool. Let's go. Like it's cool because not only does he get it, but then there's that panel. I guess you could call it 4, where he just unleashes he unleashes the Omega Sanction against all the gods and
he just torches all of them
immediately, just completely down. And like, oh man, this is gonna be so fucking cool. I and then we get, okay, here's everybody going to the next round. I don't even know where Jason came from. I don't know what the hell Jason has. Like,
I have no idea.
Kind of forgot he was there. But then we get the other reveal that we as the audience knew, but Darkseid is technically inhabiting, or like his power is inhabiting Booster Gold after being soaked in the Absolute Universe for so long. And now he's kind of taking back control, and we don't know yet. That's still the setup.
I do have a note with this page, and then what was it? I think it's in the Superman Atom book from this week.
Yes.
Because DC K.O. 2 was last week.
Yep.
That page right there is misaligned chronologically, I think, with the pages with Booster Gold and Time Trapper and World Forger from this week. Because unless it's just supposed to be telling basically the same scene from a different angle, because this makes it seem like Darkseid is revealing himself right then and there, right, to Time Trapper. But then you skip forward a week to this week, and we have
that's right,
the 3 of them standing around watching, right?
And then he like throws him out the window.
And then he does it again.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like
weird.
Yeah. So something was misaligned there.
Yeah, that's definitely a misalignment. That's significant too. Like, that's not just like you forgot 1 or 2 dialogue bubbles. Like, that's a big chronology change. That's odd. That's too bad. But yeah, that's DC K.O. 2. I think, like, again, it's like, I think is this event fun? I think it is, and I think it might be good.
I think there are some really fun ideas, but the execution is spotty for me.
So
like
spotty.
some of it's executed really well. Like, some of the stuff in this issue was done especially well. Like the kind of ace up the sleeve for Lex, right? And then Soup's getting the freaking Omega Sanction, and then there were a couple of other really cool things. Like, I liked when Starro took over everybody, right? Like, that was fun.
Or when when Lobo gets the Venom, it's pretty damn cool, and he like rips apart Starro, just like
Yeah, like there was some really cool stuff here. I just think like the premise and like you mentioned, the
Yeah.
rules that we're told are kind of stupid.
Yeah. It that and that's what like is bugging me is like the rules don't make sense. And then if you'd have literally called it anything else but like a tournament, if you called it
Yeah.
like a competition or whatever, like I would be so okay with this. Because I mean, even the Olympics has, you know, boxing. We can have fights, but you guys were framing this all as like it's a fighting tournament. And
Yeah.
I don't know because that's the other thing too, right? Like we'll get into Superman and Adam, but we're entering fight month where we're gonna have a month's worth of fights, but there's still gonna be like 8 competitors after that, and
Yeah.
they haven't announced like fight month 2 or anything. So like, are we just gonna go to another game after the fights? If so, why are we calling this a like technically it's a tournament, but that has so many implicate. Yeah, it's just really dumb. And then, like you said, the rules that they can't really lock it down. Like when you were explaining that, it reminded me of how I describe Zack Snyder's filmmaking, right? Where he's really good at
Mm.
spectacle. But then you ask
Oh,
him,
yeah.
how do we get there? And he goes,
Yeah. How does the story make sense?
I don't know. The rule says it. Okay. But what doesn't matter. They're giants, and Lex has a Black Lantern ring, and it's like, all right, okay, it's
It's like,
entertaining.
okay, Zach.
But then if I think about it for like a second, it
Yeah.
all like completely crumbles.
Yeah, narratively, it is spotty at best.
But yeah, DC K.O. keep on keeping on, I guess.
I will say this issue is definitely a big step up in terms of being more fun from the first one.
I really like this one a lot more than
Like
the,
this was despite the rules still being freaking stupid and the premise being kind of dumb too, this was a fun book.
It definitely was. I mean, Superman is alone, and then
Dude, Superman is. I need that as just like a freaking wallpaper, man.
and then I also love this little bit where okay, that's right. Red Hood gets the scarab. I totally forgot about that. That's right.
Oh, he gets the Blue Beetle scarab.
Yeah,
Okay,
but there's a scene right here on this page here. I'll go just to the singular. Oh no, it is a splash, so it has to go together. But on the right side, Joker gets the Adams belt, and so like he's super tall, and both Harley and Jason like take aim at him. Harley with the Speed Force ring, and he goes, "Oh no," and he goes microscopic, and both of them are like, "Where did he go?" And it's like, you two morons! Like, what did you like? Of course, you two idiots wouldn't think 3 steps ahead and think, you know, Adam belt. But yeah, that's DC K.O. I think. Do you want to roll it into the actual fight, or do you want to roll it into the side story with Flash?
Let's
keep it chronological.
Yeah, let's do Flash because
All
Flash
right.
came out the same week as this.
That it did. Oh,
and then we can end on our thumbnail main story.
Absolutely.
That is such a great cover. I still freaking hate that suit so much.
It's Dan, man. Dan can't do any wrong. Look at Bart. Bart is so well drawn there with the facial expression and everything. And I wonder, because I wonder if there's like, do these covers connect in a way? Because a lot of these have like the Legion in the background fighting somebody, and they're across different books. I don't know. I don't think it was planned that way.
Hold
but
on,
I think Dan might have done it
right now.
Oh shoot! Oh shoot!
Because now I'm wondering too.
Oh, my Superman issue.
And I'm also seeing next month's, or rather this month's issue in my head. You might be onto something.
Isn't that the one this?
Hold up.
Oh no, next month is the Jay guy fight, right?
Oh, that's not it. No, that's the stupid arc with Eclipse. Don't care about that. That's why I dropped it. Book sucked. Oh, beautiful Dyke Wrong cover. Should have been a spot foil. Best opportunity there.
Seriously.
10 out of 10. No notes.
I'll never forget
myself. Talking to myself. Here we go. Okay.
We bring
I don't know
the
if
receipts.
you heard me talking to myself.
Oh no, we did. I was talking back to you. I don't know if you heard me, but I was like, I was there for it.
Okay, so these two don't connect, but I will say that they're both beautiful covers, because they're Dan Mora.
Okay, so I'm not talking about the Flash one. I was talking about here, I'm gonna pull them up really quick because I think I have. Whoops. Or here, let me go to my. I'm going to go. Let me look really quick. I think they're right here.
Or are you talking about the tie-ins in general? He stood up so he can't hear me. If he's talking about the tie-ins in general, maybe he's onto something there. Ah. Hey, what's up, Texan Cat? Good to see you.
Oh, these are the covers I was talking about. I was remember these? The like spot full of Supermans he did. That's what I was saying. Like they're not on the same book, but like there's a theme of like sorts going on all of them, and I'm wondering if Dan did that like independently.
Oh, maybe.
And like maybe at the end everything is going to look not like a full connected piece, but some thematic sort of piece that all runs together. I don't know.
That would be kind of cool.
It's Dan. I wouldn't put it past him. I genuinely wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. The man's a monster.
He is a monster, but you know what? At least he's here to give us a cover for the non-monstrous Flash 27. Mark Waid is back. If you guys caught last time,
thank Christ,
dude, seriously, like one issue. And
Mark, one issue in, and
it was like
Mark
a salve
Waid single-handedly saves Wally and Bart.
Like
Wally,
Bart, Max, everybody.
And we might even be getting Barry saved.
Which is
that's my running theory.
Now. And we'll get into that as we get to near to the end of this book, because that's where it starts coming into play. But if you guys remember, if you guys hung out with us last time we talked about the Flash, you might remember that the current story is Bart trying to help with the current DC K.O. stuff. Thought he could go back in time and kill him and Wally could kill Darkseid right there when he enters into the Watchtower, stopping all of this. Darkseid, it's one of my favorite moments where Darkseid goes, "Oh no, I see." There's a movie where that happens. Like there's a speed. Oh my God, it's fucking Justice League. That's what it is. When Flash is running to like get Clark, when he like comes back to life, and Clark like moves his eyes, and Barry goes, "Oh!" Like, I love good moment. Everybody but Henry and Ben Affleck are awful in that moment, but good, really, really good moment, like on the screen.
Good moment, awful movie.
Yes, exactly. But that's basically what Darkseid does, and he proceeds to beat the tar out of Bart and knock him and Wally back into the past, all the way back into like the 1700s. They caused the Tunguska event over in Russia, which is awesome.
That was a funny callback,
right? It's like that's what I love about Waid, where he's like, I'll slide in this little like sort of like real worldy Easter egg type of thing, where it's like, of course that makes sense, and you don't have to have a big explanation for it. Like it doesn't break continuity or what they can do. It's just a little, like you said, little nice nod. But upon landing in the past, Bart saw Max and was like, "Hey, let me help you," or "I need help. Let's talk." Only to discover that Max is currently under the thralls of Darkseid and the Legion. Because wherever they warp to, it appears to be sort of like where did they even warp to? Is it our Earth, but they're like in the past, or did we warp? I don't actually know where we are. Actually,
I don't know if it's ours in the past or if it's
It's. I just realized
I think
something.
It would be ours in the past, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be absolute.
It wouldn't be absolute.
I think it's ours.
It's ours, but I just realized it's ours. And this is like the actual timeline that's playing out in these moments for Bear or for like Wally and Bart. But like they're gonna fix everything or whatever, and like then DC K.O. will just continue as it is without any sort of like ping. Because remember, that's what Flashpoint does, where they're like that Flashpoint becomes Earth Zero's like timeline, and then they undo it, and then it still exists, right? Because of Dr. Manhattan, but. Whatever. Just do it again. Who cares at this point? Just say Dr. Manhattan thought it was really cool to see Darkseid go crazy. I don't freaking know. But with that, we pick back up right here with Bart and Max, where Bart is still kind of freaking out. He does not understand why Max is talking about Omega speed and dark gods and sacrificing everything.
I gotta say, I know we mentioned this in the first issue of Wade coming back here, but I love what he's having the artist do with the thought bubbles of what's going through Bart's
Well,
head.
he also remember Wade also did that in Justice League Unlimited in that
Yeah.
amazing issue where because it's that little like bubble of like Bart with the like flag like hello like
Mhm.
like danger, and then Wally like shoos him off. Then he
Yeah.
sees like the smile and he's like, oh no, I've got you. So no,
Mhm.
I really like it, even though it's very Ultimate Spider-Man-y, like the cartoon. But
Mm.
this feels more sincere than that, if you will. Like that just felt like we're doing this because kids need their own version of The Office, and they like
Yeah.
cute chibi things. This is more just like Bart is a kid, and we're gonna anime it up, and this is how he would think. I really like it. I'm about
Yeah.
this little style, but and also this is like the easy 4 panels is like the easiest explanation of all the legions. Like I was
Right?
genuinely so fucking like surprised. They left out
it's,
one
it's
of them.
Wade, man.
They left out one legion, but they still were like, there was a legion, and then they came back, and then they came back, but they're bad this time. And I'm like, good lord, like there we go. That's all you need for the legion. You don't need to make it
Yeah.
complicated. Like
Yeah.
we're good.
It'd be too easy to make it complicated,
Yeah,
honestly.
right. So then we get the order delivered from the Legion. They tell Whip Whirlwind, which I guess is Max's name here, which I fucking love that name. That is
But
so
that is such a golden age.
right.
Like
Like
that is as golden age a name as it gets. Like I feel like if Superboard Prime were here right now, he would be so pleased
You'd
with
be
that
like, that's
name,
a
right?
perfect name. Like this event is like maybe we have something here. Absolutely.
Yeah.
After he got done calling the Legion nerds, of course.
Yes,
But
of course.
with that, Wally, Wally starts, or he comes to his feet after the explosion, after traveling through the time stream, sees Bart running past him, catches up to Bart. Or isn't it? Wait, yeah, that's right. He tries to catch Bart. Bart's running. He's like, I'm being chased. Can't stop. Wally goes, by what? And Max tackles him. And we get
Mhm.
another. So this is classic Wade, right? Like we saw this when he did the canyon jump last issue.
Mhm.
Wade loves to play with like Flash isn't just speed equal power. Like he does the anime thing
Yeah.
where he's going to use his powers in ways that do things. He's always done that. That was like the big defining thing of Volume 2. And
Mhm.
we got another one here. Like we got a really cool underwater fight, right? And I'm only disappointed in the fact that like Chris Cantwell, you're not a bad artist. I just feel like it didn't communicate the right energy of what was happening, especially like this one right here. The like because they crash into the ocean, and then Wally like propels them out at like Mach 12. And like
Mhm.
I see what you're doing here to like blur his legs as if he's moving them fast. It just doesn't sell it to me. Like I'd have rather have
Yeah.
seen one of the old school, like back in Volume 2 when they used to do like the whirlwind around his body or his legs or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that would sell it more to me, because otherwise I thought this was really cool. He just like launches them into the sky.
And that second panel looks really cool.
Yeah, where he's dropping him. He's like, oh my goodness. And then so yeah, the fight's ensuing. Legion shows up. Wally starts getting his butt kicked, and then we learn 2 things, right? One is that Wally and Bart are on like Darkseid's specific kill list because obviously they're able to change time, and they've done it, so Darkseid wants them dead. And then we get something called Omega Speed, right? Which is, I'm not entirely sure. They don't explain it yet, but I don't know. Did you get any read off of what it is? I genuinely, unless it's just like an Omega Speed Force. But then
Honestly, all it sounds
man.
like to me is just because the absolute universe is everything is Darkseid, right?
Right.
Everything's corrupted, and he's permeated every facet and every crevice of that universe. That includes the Speed Force in that pocket of reality. And so it's corrupted, and to me, it's easier to think of it kind of like a reverse or a negative Speed Force than anything, but it's just a dark side version of it.
I'm with you on that, and like, yes, that's how I kind of like view it in my head when I'm reading. But then if I do the nerd thing and I think for a second, I'm like, I feel like that opens up a big can of worms of how can you have another Speed Force? Because technically, there's only one. Like that is the constant that touches all the multiverse, and so
Right. So my thinking
I have no
is that
idea.
it's
Yeah,
Darkseid's version of it that's creeping out because this issue talks about how it's like they're trying to have it
yeah,
be corrupted
you can feel it
throughout
eating
all
your
of
Speed Force
reality.
alive. Yeah, that's what he says right
Right.
here.
So that's it kind of just like how the anti-life equation, permeates and starts consuming all life and making everything evil and whatnot. I think
Just
it's
like
just kind of like a Speed
retroactively
Force
coming back.
version of that.
Okay, and I can believe that. I now want to
We
see.
just don't know much.
We don't know much about it. Like I want to see. Do you get cool different effects when you run? Right? Like do you get like pink energy like an Omega Sanction?
Well, I'll
Or
tell you what it probably looks like. It probably looks like when Absolute Wally runs.
but that's cool. Oh shit! Wait, no, you're right though. No, duh.
Because it
Oh my
looks like
god,
his
duh.
Omega beams.
Oh my god, duh. And
Yeah, it looks like
and
his
that's
Omega beams.
and that's probably exactly what Thawne, Dr. Thawne is researching over at the military base with
Yeah.
her grandpa's research and the machine that Jay tried to like shut down. Locked in there. I think you just completely clicked it. All right, good.
Code's been cracked.
Code's been cracked. I am completely satisfied. But as the fight or the situation progresses, Bart is he recognizes like it's starting to hurt when he runs, and it feels like the Speed Force is screaming, like something is wrong with his Speed Force.
Mhm.
Then, dude, we get XS, like
Yeah.
his cousin who is in the Legion, but this is obviously the corrupted one. Like I feel like I should have expected this, and maybe on a level I knew it was coming, but I still was
Mhm.
like, oh hell yeah, like
Yeah,
shit,
Jenny.
it's Jenny, and it's pretty great because they do the dynamic where like Bart keeps trying to talk to her as if it's his Jenny, and she's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, like
Mhm.
be quiet, and I don't know, that's always a fun
Which says
temporary
that
dynamic.
reality doesn't have a Bart.
I mean, if you were Darkseid, wouldn't you want to limit the amount of conduits you could get? I mean, for example,
Well, and it would make sense that
we've only
reality
gotten
wouldn't
Wally.
have a Bart because, well, it makes sense it doesn't have that Bart because we killed Barry.
But you could have had no Barry's alive. Oh no, shit, he is dead.
Yeah, Absolute Barry's dead.
I keep getting mixed up because we've been flashing back so much.
Yeah, we've been
he's
going
like-
back and forth. Yeah,
So I'm like, oh no, he's there. No, you're completely right. Yeah, he's dead. So yeah, no, there can't be an.
but he didn't
absolute
have
Bart.
kids and
Yeah,
then didn't have
they
grandkids.
could not.
Yeah.
So where was it? Oh yeah. So from here, Max is like, while he's trying to talk down Max is being like, oh, I have the power. Look at what I can do, and like spinning circles around him. And then I love this where Wally is just like, okay,
Well, it's just like, okay, we're done.
I'm done. Yeah, and he just, Pew! And I love that little bit down there where like he races past Max, all of a sudden races past like the Legion, and then in that last panel you see Cosmic like Boy reach like, hey, wait a second, you're not supposed to be leaving. But again, another amazing like Wade thing where Wally goes like super fast, and then he just kind of like glides, like he just like stops contact, like if we were to do a dive into a pool and he just rockets into the air, and
Yeah,
like it's so cool because he's just trying to, isn't this just because he's trying to catch up to
yeah, he's just trying to get caught up to Bart.
So but while Bart is getting attacked by Jenny, he has the less than smart idea to escape from the scene by getting on the train, which is like, why? Even she says that. She's like, why would you do this? Like, why would you put them, I can catch up to you. And it's a very like, I liked it because attention isn't necessarily drawn to it, but it's a classic Bart fuck up where
Yeah,
he's trying.
he's running before he looks.
That's exactly, I was going to say, like, he's just not thinking before he leaps. Yes, exactly. But Wally catches up, and then I like that where he's like, oh, Bart, not on a train of innocent people. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
But from there, oh yeah, I love this too, where XS is trying to like corrupt Bart, and then there's this little bit where she goes, Darkseid is, and Bart's like, Darkseid's what?
Is
no,
what?
Darkseid is. What is he? No, like he is, and then
That's such a Bart
I
interaction.
know, like
I
it's
love
so
it so
perfect.
much.
And because he's genuinely not messing with her. Like, that's an actual
No.
he's like,
Yeah,
what do you
he
mean?
just doesn't get it. He doesn't know.
Where like Wally or, you know, Barry or Superman or Bats would be like, oh, this is Omega like things.
Yeah.
He's just like, what the hell are you talking about? But then
Yeah.
I love this too, because Wally, you know, pops up and he goes like, XS, knock it off. And, you know, she tries to hit him and he just tosses her out of the fucking train. Like, I laughed so hard, like full body out the train window.
Which makes sense. There's no chance in any dimension that Jenny should be able to touch Wally.
No, absolutely.
Right?
That's the appropriate like power scaling, right?
So he just moves
Bart,
his head like, what are we doing here?
and then
Okay,
whoosh,
bye. You're
like,
gone.
out the window. And then as we were,
This is your stop. This is where you get off.
Punched your ticket. Goodbye. See you
Yeah.
next time. But then we get another. We start ending the issue with another one of those. Mark Waid uses the speed powers as tools rather than MacGuffins, and I love this. There's another little exchange here where Wally goes, "Listen to me. We need to get 100 people off this train because the Legion has derailed it. They blew up the tracks." And he goes, "That means permanently altering over 100 courses of history, all because you had to leap into the past." And Bart, fucking, we're heroes. We should change history. We should fix it. Everything, or like every bad thing. And it's like, we know from the Booster Gold of it all, like, you can't, because that kills all the path how we get here. But also, like, I'm not 100% opposed to Bart's like ideas, right? Like,
well, Bart's stance on that is still kind of out of a child's naivety and, and kind of ignorance, but also like the innocence, right? It's a combination of all those things.
Especially because like
he has the heart of a hero, and so he's like, I want to do good things. Like I want to save.
To that end, like he's trying to emulate, you know, Wally, Superman. Like he would see them, bad thing, change it.
Yeah.
And he's just not like, again, like you said, a child, right? The child doesn't understand why you don't just go change
how exactly,
right? Like, I mean, go to the whole Superman argument that we've heard for years until James Gunn came along, where it was like, why doesn't Superman just come in and stop everybody?
Stop every war, right?
And it's like, well, if you read a comic, you would know he goes through this diatribe every freaking day. Like, it's one of the things that kills him. But then, Wally and Bart are like, okay, we got to save the train. I kind of love how it plays out, too, because Wally starts at first, he's like, they're gonna electrify the train car. Get your like hands in the air or your feet. Like get off the train. And it's like, hey, what the fuck is that? Like, how, Wally? But then Bart points out, like, they don't speak English. We're in Siberia. Out of nowhere.
And so he speaks,
just busts out some like random Russian, and then that's what Wally says, like, you speak Russian? And he's like, I was so bored on the Watchtower that I speed read a bunch of language dictionaries. Which, if you guys remember, he's only been on the Watchtower for like a week, though. Like, that's how hyperactive he is. Like,
well, he's also the only speedster in DC that can do that and retain the information.
The only one. Can't Wally do it for like 5 minutes? Isn't that what it was?
Wally can do it for longer than other speedsters, except Bart, where Bart's
because Bart retains it. But
and it's because Bart actually. So this was, I forget when and what issue was explained, but it was explained. It's because Bart actually has acute visual memory.
It's in. I believe it's in the Titans. I think Johns is the one who points that out.
Okay.
Like after the fight, right? Like when they're by his like bedside and everybody's like having a breather. Like I think Wally or Batman or somebody like says that out loud. Like, why did he like retain it? But
no, it's because he actually has that like super acute visual memory. Which I mean, that makes sense.
But
and that makes him special.
It does make him special, and I think it's like that makes sense in like evolution too, right? Like successive generations are going to be able to improve on that skill. Boom, he can retain it, whereas Barry or Wally couldn't. But I did like the little detail, and I'm saying it's a detail. I trust Waid, but even though Bart read that, he's just going like danger, hands, feet. Like he doesn't know it, right? Like he didn't practice it. He read the dictionaries, didn't, try to speak with KG Beast, I guess, or Geoforce or anything. He just knows the words. So I'm like, dude, this is Waid, you son of a bitch. Like, you're so good at this. But then we get another, this reminded me of the infamous Korea or Taiwan or Vietnam, right? I think it's Vietnam. The nuke that Wally saves everybody from in like half of a picosecond or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, in JLA.
Yep.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that because we get a very
Where it
similar
says
scene.
500,000 people in like the smallest amount of time that we've seen basically in a DC comic.
Yeah, but then this is less on that scale, but they save the entire train because
It's a miniature version of that.
Cosmic Boy is like, you know, trying to destroy the tracks. We saw it all going crazy. They save, what is it, like 300 people in 2 seconds. Not 3. Oh yeah, because what does he say? No, that's just what Wally says. He's like, we save them in 2 seconds. Not 3.
They save it, not 3, because it turns out we work better together.
No, not turns out. He goes, because despite it all, Bart, like, he knows. He's like, yep, like, we're a damn good it's almost like Batman and Jason to a certain extent, right? Like, I can't deny it. Damn it. But with that, everybody is saved. The Legion throws the train in the air for one last attempt to try and kill Wally and Bart. At the last second, they, you know, Speed Force MacGuffin, oh, my aura saved me, which is whatever. That's that's good comic books. It's fine. Like,
it's comics.
Guys. Like,
cause comics.
They're not going to kill Bart and Wally right here. Like, whatever. But
Den DiDio isn't around in
yeah, seriously,
so it's not happening.
Then we get, you know, another insight into another really human moment where Wally yells at him like, "What? Like, I hate time travel. Why? Like, I don't do it. Why don't you listen to me?" And Bart he hits you with that thing that all parents kind of like get hit with, and again can't really fight against, which is because I'm not you. And to Wally's credit, he goes, "You know what? You're right. I'm sorry. Like, you know, I'm not just another Flash. I'm me." But then we get the like real big tease, I guess, which is that Bart he goes like, "Wally, it's not right. Like, something's wrong with the Speed Force. It hurts. Like, something is happening." And Wally realizes, like, they must have changed something in the future, your past. We have to go get Barry. Like, we have to go save him right now. And I'm pretty sure that's where you think, like, he's going to get his powers back, right? Because, like, whatever they do. I forget what your exact theory is.
My guess and my theory and my hope, to be honest, if I'm being completely honest, is that so the Legion, Darkseid's Legion here mentions that they're going to go after Barry, right? So what I think is going to happen, or at least what I hope is going to happen, is Wally and Bart are going to find a way to follow them, and they're going to go to that moment. They're going to thwart the Legion from preventing Barry from getting struck by the lightning and getting his initial connection to the Speed Force and all that. And I think throughout the course of those events, we're going to get Barry reactivated, because Barry, for you guys that don't remember, Barry does not currently have his powers, which is stupid because the Speed Force doesn't work that way. It really doesn't work that way, especially with Barry. But whatever, that's what we're doing. Absolute power is absolute
all right,
stupidity.
whatever,
Like, cards is dealt, absolute power is retarded, right? So I think that's what's going to happen. And then I think because the entire goal here, this entire side tie-in story that we're having right now with Wally and Bart is because they're trying to protect the Speed Force, I think, is what the goal is here. They're trying to protect the Speed Force from being taken over by Darkseid's Omega Speed Force, right? I think that's what the goal and the end game of this like side story is supposed to be, right? And I think the linchpin there is going to be Barry. And so I think what's going to happen is we're going to have the three of them, since they're the three most integral Speed Force conduits, right? They have the three strongest connections to the Speed Force. They're going to work together to then stop this Omega Speed Force or Omega Speed thing from corrupting and taking over our Speed Force. And that's the only way you justify not having any one of those three Speed Force conduits as part of the main K.O. event.
Right. Like, they had that scene where Jay, like, explains why it's going to be him. Like, you know, I'm still a Flash, but you guys are stronger and more, like okay, but no. Right? Like, we get it, Jay.
It felt like a cop-out.
It felt super like a cop-out, right? It felt like the
because
opposite.
If you put Wally in there, Wally just wins.
He just beep, 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 beep.
That
We're
stuff
done.
with like whoever, you know, the 16 items, he just gets all of those items before anybody can blink.
Even though we don't have an explanation for it yet, and I know you and I are going to go crazy until we do, he just got done making a literal fucking army of himself. Just by standing still and vibrant. Like, what do? You don't do anything. Like, you legitimately don't do. And then, as we'll get
Wally just wins.
Wally just wins,
Event
right?
over.
Like,
One issue.
It feels like it feels like the opposite of that scene you and I love from Infinite Crisis, right? When they're running Superboy Prime and Jay goes like, I can't run this race. Like, I'm trying. And they go, we got you, Jay. Like, you've run as far. And then they take him. If in that moment, Jay is hitting his limit and sees the other like stronger speedsters and is going like, I can still go if you need me, but guys, like, I recognize I'm hitting that wall compared to you. In this, he goes, it's like he sees he's hitting that wall and just goes, but I'm gonna go anyway for like no reason. And yeah, it really, it's weird. Of course, let's see how they play it out, but I'm with you. That's the only way they can do something like that. Here's something that popped into my head. I'm just going to run it by you real quick. Because they're going to the future, right? Because that's what Wally says. Like, they change something in the future, your past. Are they going to go, like, to that moment where Barry almost kills Thawne and, like, save Thawne? And then it's like, oh, see, he was going to kill you. And that makes Thawne even more angry. And they want him to be their Omega speed. I don't know. That feels too stupid for Wade. That feels too stupid.
No, that doesn't feel like Wade. I think well, because here's the thing. He's saying the future. When he's saying they're going to the future, they're saying future comparative to where they are right now, right? So right now they're in whatever, the 1700s or wherever, when Max Mercury was in his prime, right? The future would be still when Barry gets hit by the lightning bolt, and it would still therefore then be Bart's past.
Fuck you. Yeah, technically. Yeah,
because Bart's in 31st century.
No, I know. That's what I was getting at, right? Because he says your past. To me, that implies like the 13 years he had in the future there, right? Like, but you are technically right that it's not his past. It's in the past of his.
Yeah.
Like, okay, technicality, man. Like I'll allow it. I'm not happy about it. But I'll allow it.
Yeah.
But yeah, another good issue. I'm excited to see what's coming. I think you're definitely right.
I hope Wade stays on longer than just these tie-ins.
I know he's at least through the fight between Jay and Guy. Like, I know he's doing that. I haven't seen any solicits passed. I'm with you though. Like, please stay. But also, like,
just stay.
I would also understand if you rode into the sunset. You came back to save them at a time when they were absolutely in the toilet. And off to your next adventure, right? Like the end of Gurren Lagann, where Simone's like the wandering like hobo drill guy. Like,
oh gosh.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? I can't stand Simon.
What? I mean, he's fine. He's no Kamina, and he's no
Kamina.
I like Viral a lot because Viral's kind of stupid.
Fair
and like,
enough.
he knows he's stupid and everybody knows he's stupid, but he's still like a good fighter, so they put him in control of the like Gurren, and I'm like, sometimes you're dumb, but you can get the job done.
All right.
But all right, guys, with that piece of DC K.O. knocked out, we've caught up.
This
from
was
last
what
week.
issue? 28?
27. This is 27 for Flash.
Okay, so I just to skip forward real quick, I did grab the DC Connect thing at my shop this week, and it does it has the solicit for all in Flash number 30. Wade is still on.
Oh, is it tied into DC K.O? Is that issue listed like a DC K.O thing, or does it just look like another story? I mean, just like if there's like the tie-in graphic or whatever on the top.
It doesn't show the. Okay, so it has a little star thing down here. DC K.O tie-in.
Okay.
So it is still a tie-in.
Let's see.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we'll see. Oh, cool! It shows Kane and White's Titans cover down here.
Yeah, it better because it's a variant. We're gonna buy it. Go support our boy
gorgeous.
Kanan. Hell yeah! It's a great cover.
Beautiful cover.
I still like when you showed it to me, and I was like, it could be perfect except for this. Oh, but then this. Oh, I guess it's not that perfect. Okay, fine. I'm not that upset anymore. But moving forward in the chronology, we come to this week where we begin what DC is calling Fight Month, which is every week this month we're going to have the fight entries for DC K.O. weird thing that I noticed with this graphic right here. Oh wait, I gotta go to the big one, right? I think. Okay, yeah, there we go. Actually, I should just zoom in because we don't need the one on the left, but I do want to. Okay, so here are all the books that are coming, right? Like we get this graphic that's a promo for all the fights. It's weird because like some of them are one shots, and then some of them happen in their books, and it's not like Superman.
I don't like that.
Superman Cap Atom is the one that we're gonna look at now. This is a one shot. Aquaman next week. Aquaman Hawkman is in Aquaman.
Takes place in Aquaman.
Then Wonder Woman Lobo is a one shot. Cyborg Swamp Thing happens in Titans. Harley Quinn Zatanna one shot. Jay versus Guy in The Flash. Superman number 33 out of nowhere gets a Lex Luthor versus Etrigan, and then we get another one shot, DC K.O. Red Hood Joker. And I just, I'm with you, dude. Like, I just don't like
That's super inconsistent. Like, I don't like that numbering at all.
It doesn't feel right. Like,
pick a lane, guys.
How are they going to trade it?
Yeah.
Right? Like we know how DC does their shit. They don't necessarily throw in like the one issue.
I'll tell you exactly how they're going to trade it.
You absolutely will.
Where is this crap? All right. They're going to trade it just like this.
What? Oh my god. Yeah, exactly.
They're going to trade it just like Metal Resistance.
They fucking are. It's going to have like the one shots, and then
it's going to bounce all over the place.
Oh, that's going to be so bad.
Yeah.
That's going to be so bad. And you're completely right. And as somebody who just read that, like, I got past that part in the trade format, like, I had to jump between that trade and then the Forge trade and then the, like, Darkest Nights trade or whatever that one is. I think that's part of the casting days or whatever. But, like...
Yeah, because the suggested reading order for that event, like, would have you if you're reading in trade format, you're bouncing all over the place.
Literally, you have to have them all right there because you'll read one issue, put it down, pick up another one, and it's so bad. And I looked up the omnibuses. They don't do it. They don't put them in. It's just still like Dark Knight's Metal 1 through 6. And I'm like, I hate you.
That's so annoying.
I want you to stop. Go
put it in proper reading order,
right?
DC.
Like, just for the love of
my
God.
goodness.
But
at least when you do the omnibus, right?
No, I can. Fine, whatever. Trade paperback, you can be a wiener. As long as, like you said, you do it for the omnibus. As long as we have a version that I can just read straight, I'm completely fine with it. I shouldn't have to get, like, fan omnibuses from my Pakistani guy to, like, read it straight. That's insanity to me.
Word.
But with that scheduling, I'm sure you and I will complain about it more as the weeks proceed. But we get our first fight this week, which is, as you guys could obviously see, Superman versus Captain Atom. So, where do I want to begin this? Because setup pretty...
Well, you could begin it with the fact that, like, Captain Atom's one of the few heroes you could actually put up against Soups.
Absolutely.
And it not just be like, so Soups low diffs.
Yeah.
And we're done here.
This is one of the, like, 5 people you could have put in a tournament where it's like, okay, they can have a brawl, right? And
yeah.
I know you're probably annoyed by me saying this all the time, but I've referenced it here before. Like, Dr. Manhattan is Captain Atom. It was just the non-union version after DC said, Alan Moore, we don't want you to use the Charlton characters. So, like, he's that strong. Like, he is that guy. And I think DC ignores him a lot because, A, he is so powerful, but B, too many writers in, like, the 90s to the 2000s leaned into him as, like, the hard-ass military, like, critique of our Iraq invasion and stuff, like that mentality, where he became
they tried making it a little too on the nose,
and he just became like an unbearable asshole. Like you question, like, how did you ever hang out with Blue Beetle or John Johns, right? Like, what the fuck is happening here? So he's been gone for a while. I will say, the way they use him here, I'm like, oh shit, like, okay, I kind of like. I'm on. I wouldn't say, like, I like Captain Atom now, but I'm like, oh, I can see a potential here, right? Like, I can see that you can do more things because we definitely, it's only these 2 pages right here where Superman is yelling at Captain Atom because at the end of the last round, Captain Atom, like, pushed Supergirl out of competition, the cross the finish line one, and Superman is like, why'd you do that? We're all on the same side. But Captain Atom rightfully goes like, what did Batman tell you? get your head in the game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you can't handle this, but it's only about to get harder. And it's like, and he even like tells himself, he's like, you don't really want to piss off Soups, but he's also not built for this. Like, he's not ready to do what you need to do to save, you know, everything. And again, that's, like I said earlier, that's the kind of theme we're seeing with Soups throughout all of this, until stabbing himself in the chest, of course. Oh, whoa, that's a weird art error. Holy crap. I just noticed it out of the corner of my eye. Jay's standing back there, but he's got a gold helmet. That's super weird. That like took me out really, really hard. He almost looks like Hawkman. He almost looks like Carter.
A little bit.
But yeah, so I like the development we get here from him, or at least just the reframing, I guess, the reintroduction to Captain Atom. I like that dynamic of like hard military person against like superhero person, because sort of like the
against super idealistic person,
right? Like the interview dynamic in the Superman movie, like when Lois is interviewing Superman and Superman's like, I was helping people, and she's like, did you talk to them? Did you consider this? Like, I love that dynamic, because it's one of those like, both are right and wrong, but we also have to play the rules of the game as we have them, right? And it's a really fine line. So like, I want Captain Atom to be that. Just don't make him like
make him a complete insufferable jerk in the process. Where it's like, I don't want to root for him at all.
Right? Yeah. Like we don't need.
Like, I'm already gonna be rooting for Soups against him in the process because it's Soups. You don't need to make me dislike Atom actively in order for me to want to root for Soups.
You guys have Major Force, who literally is just the 90s version of unhinged Captain Atom, the one who stuffed Kyle's girlfriend in the fridge, right? Like, same powers, same costume, same background, just use him. There's no reason to, they like to associate them together, like that we're not so different, you and I. And it's like, but you are, and it's lazy that you keep going back to this. Like, we're getting no development out of you here. But yeah, metal and floppies is probably a good way to read it if you are one of those people who is brave enough to like open your floppies and actively read them.
No, my floppies are sealed.
I mean, you get like a reading copy, and then you like get your like collector copy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Here's how. So the fight begins. The Captain Atom and Superman get teleported into what they believe is Metropolis, and for all intents and purposes, they scan the area and it looks and is Metropolis. But Superman is like, it's like something's missing, like something. So I'm not sure. I think this is just like an arena, right? Like, because Soups is really worried in this fight. Like, don't hurt the innocents. Like, don't smash things up. But Captain Atom's like, you idiot. This isn't real. Like, I'm sorry. This is not. It's a reality, sure, but no.
This is a fabricated reality by the Apocalypse.
Yeah, and so like, Captain Atom's like, we're not dealing with this. And, we get a couple splash pages here that are just really, really damn good. Like, I love this one here where, smack Soups, big impact panel, silence. And then boom, shockwave. I'm like, oh, holy shit. Like, that was
hit, cool
dude.
paneling
like,
right
that's
there.
That's a fucking hit. They keep fighting, blah, 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 blah. And then, okay, so, well, I really like this moment where he's like, I can sort of change my atoms. Red Sun punch, Kryptonite punch. Like, cool. You technically probably would have won if you just kept using that. Like, I really don't know why you powered down.
maybe I'm crazy and I'm overthinking this, but by way of putting him under the effects of the Red Sun, the green Kryptonite should no longer affect him.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
You know what? Let's see. Can Kryptonite affect Superman if he's under Red Sun?
Because otherwise he would be constantly poisoned by his own planet back when he was on Krypton.
Well, but remember, it was the explosion and all that made the chemical reaction that turned it toxic. So,
I'm willing to be wrong here. That's what initially popped into my head when he was doing the 1-2 punch. I was like, but would that work?
Yeah,
Like
I'm
the
not
red sun
finding.
punch would definitely work in terms of like starting to depower Supes. But if that's the case, the kryptonite's effects on him should also be reduced by a commensurate rate.
You are correct. I just don't know if that's what DC has established right now. The Google searches are all like Quora and Reddit, which are not going to. It's going to be. You and I can have a better back and forth. Than any of
Quora
those
is
idiots.
like basically useless.
Yeah, like it's not even a bot problem. There are no bots there. It's just actual stupid people. Like the entire.
Yeah, it's just
base.
actual people that don't know what they're talking about.
It's a pretty bad site. So you and I should like look into that because I'm like for everybody out there. Andrew was right. That is how it technically should play out. We'll see. Huh? I didn't think about that. But so yeah, off of that anyway.
We don't have to go down that.
Yeah, because I'm like I know what that's going to do to us. Like you can see me like stuttering between like, do I keep going or do I move forward? Because
nah, we'll get to the cool stuff.
We'll keep going. But in service of this, at the very least, Captain Atom does get a 1-up on Supes, and then he kind of turns the tables and starts sapping all of the like power from him, all of the sun energy, everything. And he's like, you know what? You don't want to be in this tournament? I'm going to help you leave it for good. And boom! He wins the first round. And this is where it gets weird again with the rules, guys. Because I'm going to go back to this page. Because as we start the fight, the Omega Heart explains to them, to advance to the next level, you must engage in a contest of hand-to-hand combat. Best 2 out of 3 wins. When one combatant loses, that combatant must choose a form to ensure victory. The only way forward is to fight. And so what that means is as we get here, it's kind of like a fighting game, right? So round 1, done. Then they get like a roulette, or not a roulette, but they get like a menu select screen where they can basically any form that you have ever been capable of, past, present, future, multiverse, Superman or Captain Atom, you pick it, and that's the form you can take into this next fight.
However, what they do is that they also allow the winner of
right,
that
that's
round
what I was about
to
to.
pick a
They
form,
both
right?
pick, and
which is contradictory to the rules that we were told,
or even just like any tournament rule, right? Like
right,
fighting games, or
it's usually one or the other.
Yeah,
right.
You either it's so
loser picks next stage, right?
or,
type of
or,
a thing,
or winner, picks, or so, like it's not both of them. So that to me, unfortunately, I was like, what the fuck is? I was very confused throughout this entire issue because I was like, what? It wasn't until I like talked to you earlier where I was like, did you see this? And you were like, I think the rules were just bad. And I was like, okay, thank God I'm not crazy.
I think they're just playing fast and loose with bad rules.
Yeah, I really think they're doing. It's the Zack Snyder thing, man. It's too bad. But that all aside, I know I spoiled it a little bit. But in the first round, when they choose what form are you going to be, Captain Atom goes Monarch, which is correct. He was Monarch back then during the 0 hour. What was that other one? It was 0 hour, and then whatever that like next event that comes after. It's not that big, but he was part of it.
It's a mostly inconsequential event.
Yeah, it's literally like the Monarch,
which followed
event.
a pretty bad event.
Yeah, right. So like nobody cares.
Because 0 hours is not a good event, guys.
The only reason we talk about it so much is because it has a special place in Andrew's heart. Because those are like the first issues you have of the Superman. Yeah, because
literally, like the very first issues of Superman and Flash that dropped right after the 0 hour Crisis in Time event concluded were my first 2 superhero comics.
And like I can, every time you show it, like bring it up, I can see the like shatter icon or whatever. That's like the new hour or whatever they were doing. Like I see it, but it is. All in all, a very, very fucking bad event. Like, it's not good, guys.
It's not good, guys.
But Captain Atom turns into Monarch, who admittedly very, very strong, can manipulate time and space. Like, he's essentially a god, as he describes on the page.
Yeah, he's no joke.
But Superman... okay, I know you and I both had the same fucking reaction. Like, you turn the page, and it's Superman 1 million, who, you and I have been, like, the champions for the last, like... since we've been hanging out, because nobody understands.
Well, it's because people online, and especially, and both of us are anime and manga fans, right?
Yep.
But unfortunately, a lot of weebs out there that don't read comics, and that's fine. It's okay to be ignorant.
It's fine.
But That's you literally are just lacking information. That's fine. You can't make decisions on information you don't have. But they'll say, "Oh, well, Goku beats Superman all the time, or Saitama always
Yeah, blah
beats
blah blah.
Superman, or whoever else," right? And it's like all you said was Superman. You did not specify. You have one
That
continuity
is
to work
yep.
off of.
And that's
However,
the law we've established.
Superman,
Yep.
the law that is established, and this is written. This was in the third tablet that Moses was carrying when he came down from Mount Sinai, but he dropped it.
Well,
unfortunately,
no, he dropped it, and then he put what was left in a Mylar bag immediately.
Right.
So we never saw it.
Yeah, and that rule is that if you are just saying Superman, and you are not specifying which continuity, that means Superman Prime 1 million is on the table, and therefore he automatically wins.
Because as we fucking tell you, he is literally
He's the most powerful character in fiction.
Period. There is no argument here, guys. You could try and power scale us all day. It does not, like, it at the end of the day, you just go Superman 1 million.
Yeah.
Done. Right? Like, he's a literal golden god.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you guys want from him. So, like, I'm sure when you turn the page, just like me, it was, oh.
I was like, oh, well, this round's over.
Over. This is fucking done. Like,
round 2 goes to Soup.
How can you do anything here, right? But
I'll give them credit that, like, making it Monarch, it's like, okay, so it's going to be more than a one-panel deal.
Right.
But, like,
I still know how
Superman
this is
Prime
go.
1 million.
Yeah, like,
I know what the end result is going to be.
There's nothing you can really do here, buddy. You can
No,
try.
it's over.
It's done.
It's literally over.
I'll be honest, too. Like, because of all of that, as, like, all the information you and I know, I was really worried that I was going to start reading a story where like, it's Williamson, isn't it? Yeah, Williamson. Even though it's him, I was worried that, with the eventness of it all and the fast and loose, they weren't going to do it right. They were going to give because again,
I was initially concerned of, like, oh, are we just going to get, like, slightly powered up Soup?
Yeah, and that was going to worry me.
Like, that is not Prime.
Like he does not get beat. Like, none of that happens. So I was like, if you show him losing at all, like, literally kind of at all, save, like, the intervention of Galactus or the Spectre, it's going to be bullshit. Like there's just no way you can sell that. Luckily, I will shout them out so much here, or Williamson so much, because Superman 1 million, he immediately flies up to the sun, and he goes, Captain Adam's like, what, you're just going to absorb more solar radiation? I'll just drain it. And he goes, nope. I'm doing something the Flash taught me about once. But I needed the form to gather enough strength. And what he does is he literally blows out the sun. Well, not blows it out. He slows down the fucking quantum atoms and particles of the universe in that localized zone, so that there is nothing that Captain Atom, who manipulates atoms, can touch.
There's nothing he can draw upon.
Like, okay, sure, you gave a fight. Like, this, I saw that and I'm like, this is exactly how you do Superman 1 million.
That is correct.
And especially because he goes right here, he's like, I had just enough power to outlast you, which is like the only person who can beat Superman would be Superman. And I'm like, that's like, I was so stoked on this entire bit. Like, Superman 1 million, he's here. But
Joshua Williamson knows how to handle Soup.
He's such a good Superman writer. Like, I don't want to jinx it, but if this keeps up past KO, like, we're looking at like a generational Soups run here. Like, this is
we're looking at a real, like, the best Soups run since, like, Tomasi back in 2016.
Oh, and that was
right. So it's been almost a decade.
That's depressing. And that's when they gave Clark the beard. And I always liked that John and Lois made fun of him for it, and he didn't think it was lame, because it was lame. Like, it does look, Soups looks bad with a beard.
Soups looks bad with a beard.
But then, okay, so then
unless we're doing Beyond Superman.
Yeah, unless we're doing Superman Beyond, 100%. But that's because
that is the only time it makes sense. Because then he's got like the white, right? Then he's got the silver white.
Oh, did you notice he's in this? He's one of the selectable ones. Yeah, Kingdom Come, him, and then Electric. I was like, oh, cool. But here's where, like, so that whole bit so far is great. Here's where it kind of lost me, Andrew, because they go back and it's like, okay, choose another form again, right? And in that bottom panel, you can see Captain Atom, he's like, well, he says, I'm not going to choose one. I'm going to choose all of them, right? And he becomes this super big Omega. Whoops, I was on the right one. Like, super big, giant, omnipresent monarch.
He types in the cheat codes essentially.
But and like, or we'll get into what happens here, but like just on from this moment, if you notice in that page that like that last panel, he's absorbing like his Doc Manhattan form.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you like? To me, that's Doomsday. Like you have an equal fight here now. Why did you lose? Why? And then like Superman, why did you give up the like 853rd century form? It got weird. This is where
because I think what it is that. So I might be misreading that, but my understanding and my read of it was that like you only get that form that you chose for that round. Next round, you have to choose another one.
Oh, does it like take it off? I wasn't sure if it was taking it off the board.
That's what my guess was. That's how I read it.
I mean, I would.
It doesn't directly.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
That's
but
just
I can
what I read into.
I can believe you, and like I do follow that.
But then it also directly stated that loser picks a new form.
Right. So I'm like,
but Captain Atom got to pick one anyway.
But then they also changed the rules here. Well, the Heart changes the rules because it's like, oh, Captain Atom is cheating. Well, now you just can't win, and it like shuts down. And but through all of that, I loved this page where this is where it starts getting good again. Like this is where it gets kind of like good, like Grant Morrison wooey woo without going Ultimates Universe year 2, right? Like so Monarch is now completely in power, but the Heart goes, nope, I'm not having that, and it kind of pushes back against him, and it gives Superman this opportunity to fight. Like he starts fighting, but what the Heart is doing is it's pushing Monarch back through his own timeline. Like it's just like kind of taking him to unbirth, if you will, right? Like that's kind of what it's trying to do. And as they're falling through time, this reminded me a lot of like Superboy Prime when he was traveling to the Legion universe. But you know, really good panel play here, really good like action connection. I like the use of the sunburst like effect, like for the contact. It's very hit or miss whether like that works or not, right? But off of that, we get into man, they start seeing that, you know, all of his Captain Atom's history is starting to like tear up and break, and nobody knows exactly like what's going on. It's a big chaotic mess. But Captain Atom goes, if the Heart wants to turn my history into a weapon, I'll use it. And we start getting like, he starts using fragments of time as like for example, he pulls up his birth, and that stops Superman from cracking it, because if it did, he's killing him at birth. Then he takes his original like creation, and then the Wildstorm switch over that happened during Infinite, I think. Like he takes those, smashes them together to blow up Superman. He calls it like an origin bomb. And then like we get to this last part, and he's just like, everything is gone. My past is broken. It doesn't exist. But I won. But of course, you know, Superman, Deus Ex Machina, super Deus Ex Machina, because it just says like, your little stunt somehow combined our powers. Literally,
right.
Palpatine somehow Palpatine returned. Yeah, I was like, come on, guys, come on, what are we doing here? But then we just sort of get like the reversal where he saps Captain Atom's energy, and Captain Atom goes, if you blow me up, I'm going to go anywhere, and like you don't know, it could be, don't do this. And Superman's like, I know, but I'm sorry. And he blows him up. And I like that because he's done that like multiple times when they don't know what to do with him. And it like the big one was the one I just mentioned, where like he went to Wildstorm for like a couple years. And I'm just glad that like, again, you're rolling with the cards, right? You're rolling with the punches. You're playing the cards that are dealt. You're working with what you have, even if it's not great. And it worked. So I was like, okay, that was cool. But then ultimately, Superman wins in this kind of really, really lame, like, silver form. But then we close out with what you were talking about earlier, where they're all hanging around, but now it seems like he's revealing himself to Darkseid. Like, why? Because Grodd and World Forger aren't, like, doing anything. So that implies,
they're not
like,
paying attention.
Right, and so that, like, implies nothing is happening, because it's only those three in that room. There's nobody else there. I mean, like, Renee Montoya might be on the tower, but nobody's in that room. So if Darkseid snaps, yeah, you would assumedly go, oh shit, dark side, right? And then that plays into. I was curious about this too, right? Because I noticed, or now that I have all that in mind, this makes this new angle to this of why it stood out to me, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because Booster throws Time Trapper out the window in that very last panel.
It looks like World Forger is like winding
that's
up to
what I
take a
thought.
crack at Booster's head.
That's what I thought
That's
too.
the way that's drawn, because it doesn't. If he just was standing more like this with like that World Forging hammer just like over his
resting,
shoulder
yeah,
with one arm, that'd be one thing, right?
Or even just like holding it like across your chest, right? Like the double hander.
He's holding it like he's readying a swing. That looks like a wind up.
Which then makes me, on your like theory, is, or like your point out, if they did mess up time or whatever, like, or no, sorry, this supports what you're saying, because like, if World Forger had seen him snap, would he not have attacked? Because then in that, like you showed in that first panel, or like we showed, he's just standing there. He's just like hanging with Grodd, being like, oh, yeah, time's a coming. So I don't know. There's something weird here. Maybe miscommunication. Maybe they'll fix it in the trade. I have genuinely no idea how that'll play out.
Yeah, no clue. We'll find out.
But overall, I loved this issue. Like, surprisingly liked this issue a lot. Like, played with, fan service, did some interesting things with like what the DCU could do. I still think the Captain Atom Superman is like so dumb. Like,
like, especially like after we just got Superman Prime 1 million, right? Like, everything else is going to be a downgrade from there. Like, to me, honestly, that's what I would have rather ended on.
Yeah.
Like, do something else. Have him pick literally anything else. Like, I don't actually care. If you're ending on Superman Prime 1 million, I don't care what you pick for
literally
round 2.
Anybody else. Like, go ahead and pick Action Comics like jeans and like half cape Superman. I don't care.
Why the heck
we're getting
not?
Superman 1 million. Like, I'm 100% there. Also, like
that's your finale and there is what you do.
I think what even like undersells this to me is that this isn't even like a cool design, right? Like, it's just, he looks like Steel. He just like,
he looks exactly like Steel, but without the hammer.
They didn't even give him Adam's like red like gloves. Where right there, right? Like, no red gloves, no big, they didn't even mash up the logos. Come on, like, that's an easy mashup. Just put the S over the sunburst. What are we doing here? So yeah, that just felt lame, lazy. And like you said, you already gave us like the big finale, like the big moment. And then you try to say like, no, this is the encore, right? Like that. Okay, maybe.
No, it's not.
Like, I guess I'll wait the song out because you're playing more song, but I was already ready to like go. Like we were finished here. But yeah, just, I don't know, guys. It's Superman 1 million. I don't really know what more to say than that. Like, we got him. He still exists. And Williamson rightfully recognizes that he kicks ass. But yeah, that's all I've got for this book. Anything left, Andrew? Anything extra?
Nah, I think that's all I've got. This was a fun issue. It was mostly just fun week in comics, honestly.
Everything I've read so far.
At least everything that I've gotten to. I just haven't read Fantastic Four yet, or
I know.
What the hell's the other thing I didn't read? There's one other book I didn't read.
I haven't read Fantastic Four, Binary, or the other one we mentioned, Night Fight. I still have to read Night Fight. But I think I've gotten everything else aside from that.
Yeah. Good week in comics. A good couple of weeks in comics.
Definitely.
In a row. Like, it's just been.
I know. Like,
good books.
We're like we said at the top of the show, we're in a period where things are consistently good and we can trust them, at least for a little while, until the Ultimate Universe collapses. But yeah, like
my Marvel polls are going to drop dramatically.
At that point, I'm only.
It's just going to be Venom, Uncanny,
Amazing.
And Amazing, yeah.
And that one is a week or like a month by month case. Like,
I was gonna say that's like all right. Is this the week the shoe's gonna drop?
You and I have been liking it, but it's gonna take one little like this goes wrong, and you and I are immediately like, we don't take that. We don't play it, homie. Don't play it like that.
Yeah, not playing with that.
I do know, unfortunately, because I flipped through it, but Fantastic Four I don't know anything about the story. Malice doesn't actually like physically show up in the issue. Like she's not there, and I'm like,
Boo.
you set up sons of bitches. Like she's coming, I know, but I wanted her now.
Boo.
But yeah, I think with that, guys, if unless you wanted us to sit here for 9 hours talking about everything we've read over the past 3 weeks, which I'm pretty sure we could do, I think this is the perfect spot. Look at that. We hit our like 2.5 hour mark, almost on the dot, just a slight bit over. I think it's a good spot to call it. What do you say, Andrew?
I'd say so. Guys, check out Well Read Comics here in about 15, 18 minutes. I'll be over there with those guys reviewing Groken 3, which is the creator-owned comic by none other than Kenneth Rocafort, who both Mav and I are big fans of. So check that out. I'll be over there.
Do you know where he just shows up now? All he does now is like Fortnite loading screens. Every fucking battle pass has like 2 illustrations from him, and I'm like, oh, is that where you're spending your time? Like,
well,
okay.
since it's like Epic Games, they can probably afford to pay him like $50,000 per splash page,
honestly.
right? Because they just print money.
If you get an Epic Games,
that's the real gig right there.
If you get that contract, is it like, okay, instead of like, you know how you get like your paycheck and then like stock options and stuff, it's like, we'll give you a paycheck and V-Bucks every month.
Right.
Like, that's how you're gonna get paid for working for us.
they give him like 300,000 V-Bucks and then his paycheck.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't divest or anything. Like, that's solid, but in this economy, that's as good as gold. But yeah, guys.
Yeah, sure.
Head over there, hang out with Andrew. I'll probably be in the chat. I wanted to make it with you guys. I have too much on my plate right now that I don't think I can. But I'll definitely be in the chat because I love Rocafort. I love listening to you. Andrew, before we get out of here, let everybody know what you've got at the RIPPAVERSE, because I just realized today when I was making the stream that I had to update everything in the bottom, right? Because I always have the active RIPPAVERSE stuff.
Oh yeah,
it's like all out of sight. Like I had the fucking Isom figures still there. The RIPPAVERSE, the Rippazine collection. So
yeah, like a bunch of stuff ended. So a bunch of stuff is currently fulfilling and about to fulfill. In fact, was it tomorrow is when my zine is supposed to ship from the printer to the warehouse. So sometime probably next week. So probably next Wednesday, I'll be in the warehouse signing those. But yeah, we got the villain books, the Cursed and Black Eye Club. We've got Great War Separation Part 3. That's the penultimate chapter of that mini series, which is fantastic. It's Chuck Dixon and it's Jack Herbert. Marco Lesko on covers. It's a beautiful book. It's a ton of fun. It's very foundational and world building for our universe. And we've got Detention Crew, which is kind of an all ages book, and that one's a ton of fun as well. Guys, we've got a lot going on.
And as always,
and we've got more coming soon.
We can still buy it, right? It's still...
You can. You absolutely can still buy Rippazine number 5. In fact, if you buy it now, you'll be waiting even less time for it to ship. So
where is it? Is it a comic?
Hold on.
That doesn't count. That's not fair. That's not fair.
5.
I have it. Here. But if I have to go on the website, you list it under comics, but it's a zine, so that's not right. There's also interviews, so I don't know. But yeah, guys, still available to go grab. $8 for the regular, $20 for the foil collector's edition. They're going to look great. If you guys don't know anything about Blue Shift, I'd ask you, have you ever actually been watching our show for the last year? But aside from that, if you want more info, I did do an interview with Andrew over on the Bounding Into Comics channel last week. You can watch it there, or you can watch it here on Foil Variant. I uploaded it as a live premiere last week. Yeah, go buy it. I'm super excited to get mine. Hurry the hell up. That's all I really have to say for that. And yeah, so go get your Rippazine stuff, guys. As for me, boundingintocomics.com every day for new news. Saturday, Good Mab Ugly at its new time over on the Bounding channel. Whoa, I don't know what happened there. But yeah, hang out with me on Saturday if you're up for that. Until then, or if that's not up your alley, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, I'm streaming video games now over on the Bounding Into Comics channel. Super casual, come hang out with me. Otherwise, Thursdays, same bat time, same bat channel for another foil variant where I don't know what comics we have next week. We'll find out right now, but you guys will all find out next week whenever we've returned to give you intellectually honest comic book talk and also get really, really salty about The Flash and take up 90% of your day with that.
For sure.
All right, but with that, everybody, take it easy, and yep, later.
Later, guys.
Never before have we had greater face a complex, rapidly changing world. Think of it a moment.
It is a world in which supersonic speeds are commonplace. It is a world that has seen the coming of the atomic bomb. It has seen the rise of the total state, the dictator, and the mass man. It is a world of new sensations, new excitements, new distractions.
So much to be learned by so many in so little time.
I suppose you're here with no agenda, as per usual?
On the contrary, I'm here for comics.
How's your comic book collection, Brody?
Oh, it's going good.